You know what they say? There's no handle on a falling knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not supposed to go for it. All right.
Yeah.
That was a good clap.
Do you juice up?
No, I didn't juice up.
Oh, shit.
I'm just excited to be here.
Wow.
I just love having you around. I missed you very, very dearly. I haven't seen you or heard your voice since yesterday. But what I want to talk about, last week, friends help friends. If you have a bad hair day, I tell you. I've seen some of the TikToks of me from last week. What the fuck were we dealing with there? And you know what's crazy? We get to the end of the pod. There's somebody in the chat called Emma being like, Nick, your hair fucking sucks. And I was like, all right, let's all calm down. And now I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Goddamn. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Do I need a haircut? Absolutely. But Dorothy's like, oh, I like your hair long. And I'm like, I don't like my hair long because wind hits my hair and it looks like I have fucking Trump's toupee on.
Yeah, it stays there because you're actively sweaty.
I'm not sweaty right now.
You'll get there.
I can't deny that.
I think that's the thing, is that wind will hit you and then you're sweating so often that it'll just stay there.
Simply cannot control it.
I'm not saying you can. I'm just explaining.
I think I'm gonna start getting into styling my hair.
All right.
I'm gonna start using.
You should.
I'm gonna start using some. The issue is, Mr.
Do
I
this.
guess.
What does this look like? Let me just see it.
Too much forehead.
Let me just see it.
Too much forehead.
I can't see it.
Listen. I have enough hair to pull off your hairstyle right now.
Yeah.
Too much forehead.
I don't think it would be.
I have too much forehead. It's too much.
It looks good.
It's too much forehead.
I think that looks good.
It's too much
if
forehead.
If you do like half swept and then it swoops down like that,
I can't do it.
That's a good amount of forehead.
It doesn't work. It's not a good amount of forehead. It's too much for it. I've had bangs my entire life to stop the amount of forehead I have.
I'm excited to see what you're gonna style it as.
I kind of, all right. There's this guy on Love Island. He's a hairstylist. And he's got like a mullet. And then he's got like a fade on the sides.
I'm
and
no
then,
longer
And then
excited.
he's got like the like down in front play.
Yeah.
Like the straight hair. The problem is you need like thickish hair to do that. And I have thin hair because I paid for this. This is fake. Not really. I mean, it's my hair, but like I paid for it. So it's not that thick. Like, yes,
Nick is the only man subscribing to his own hair.
Yes. Does Nick have a hairline? Technically, yes. I paid for it. But it's not as thick as the rest of my hairline.
Right.
Because it's hair plugs.
Right.
So
I think it looks.
I'm limited in my options.
I think the weirdness about your hair. I want to see the sides taken down. I wonder what would happen.
Every time I cut my hair, I do a zero fade.
I wonder what would happen if you just did that and didn't touch the top. Right now,
that's usually what I do. Like I take you can't not just touch the top. Like it needs like inherently a little bit needs to be cut off. Yeah. That's kind of what I've been doing recently. Because I kind of want the top long.
So you're gonna do a mullet? Is that the consensus?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I've never had like long hair in the back.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, I can't even go do this. Touch the sides of your head. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna look.
I don't know either. The guy's name was Sam. He was very handsome.
That's exciting.
Dorothy was like, "Oh my god, he's so hot," and I was like,
Wow. And she was like, "It's because of the mullet."
Well, she wasn't not because of the mullet. She loved the haircut. It was also because he had tattoos, and I've changed her type.
I loved when you shaved your beard, and Dorothy was like, "I can't wait for it to grow back," and you're like, "Yeah, me neither," but like you're joking, right?
Yeah, I was like, you can say I'm handsome like once. Yeah. Like, you can say I'm a cutie patootie like one time. You know?
Loved your shaved week.
I didn't mind it.
I knew you liked it.
I was stubbly though. I was like, I was getting caught on stuff. Like my pillow, I was stuck to me as I got up. It was awful.
If you didn't like it, I don't think you would have mentioned it so much because it really didn't look that different.
It didn't look that different.
It didn't look that different, but you were so like, yeah, I shaved my beard, no big deal.
Well, I haven't shaved my beard in 5 years.
You liked it.
I was fine with it.
You liked it.
I prefer beard.
Yeah.
But like it was
just easier.
When I'd like stubble look, I was looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I was looking pretty good. So I was at VidCon today. Can I talk about VidCon?
Yeah.
The craziest thing about VidCon is that you'll meet somebody, you'll be chatting. We both have speaker badges. We're like, oh, you're in the industry. And they're like, oh, here's my Instagram. And it's like 17 quadrillion followers. And you're like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
and that's the funniest thing about being an influencer. Genuinely, no one knows you.
Yeah.
It's such micro celebrity.
I know every time you've ever brought me to some like party or some get together or something, you're like, yeah, it's a big like influencer thing. I know zero of the people there. Yeah. And then also there's the creator of Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. And he's like, where's Kara?
He's not like anything.
He's not coming on the podcast. I don't think that's going to happen for us. So, and then it's like, oh, there's the creator of Patreon and the fucking creator of Twitch.
I remember the one time I started going off about Fourth Wall on the podcast, and we're like, dude, he knows us.
It was literally just with the CEO 2 days ago. Please stop.
Wow.
They want to get us a designer for our merch. And they want to help
That's
us
probably
they
a
want to
good
help us
call.
make plushies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, this year, I've had like 4 people reach out and be like, you guys should make plushies.
We're gonna make plushies.
I guess so.
We're gonna do like chibi plushies.
Yeah, good
And it's
call.
gonna be great.
Nice.
It's gonna be there's the big one
should-
where
we
like we're
should
gonna
just
morph
do-
your body into a throne and I'm gonna sit on it.
We should just do like a tall, lanky, gangly, life-sized body
Let's
pillow.
do like let's do like Gwimbly body pillows.
just a gross, accurate representation of me.
VidCon was fun. We went to a cosplay event thing. I met Yuval, the TikTok guy. I met Chef BK finally before we do our panel together tomorrow.
I don't know any of these people.
It's fine. It's so far away.
I know that
It's simply so far away.
I've been getting emails of like people like the cosplay party event thing you went to. Like I keep getting these emails and they're like, you want to do this thing in Anaheim at 8 a.m.? And I'm like, no fucking chance.
Everyone's staying in a hotel down there and they're like, oh, pickleball at 7. And I'm like, even
know.
if I was down there, no, it's simply not going to happen.
VidCon also didn't want to like comp us a hotel room or anything. So I'm like, I'm going the one day I have to go.
They did pay us $1,500.
To do work?
To do one 40-minute panel?
To do work?
Yeah, they pay our bills anyways.
Still.
I think they know we can afford a hotel room. We're splitting it anyways.
It's just silly.
We're gonna go down tonight. We're bringing the dogs. We're
Yeah,
loading
are you
up.
coming?
We're loading up the car. No, dude. Today I was like meeting everybody, and I was like, every time I shook somebody's hand, I just like got a vision of Wagyu in his cage, and I was like, I need to get home immediately.
Yeah.
I feel so bad leaving him in the cage. Anyways, the reason me and Danny are stalling right now is because
It's nothing to talk about.
not a whole lot to talk about. Basically, all we need to cover today is
Suicide
I watched
Squid.
9 episodes of Tower to God, so we're gonna do a little Nick Talks Anime Corner.
Okay. I watched the first episode.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So we have
So I know a bit.
8 episodes of discrepancy between the two of us.
Yeah.
I've been crushing through it. It's
Oh boy. Oh
fine.
boy. Oh boy.
It's just fine. It's fine. The sound design is incredible.
Should we get into it right now?
Well, I want to do a full wrap up here.
Okay.
I briefly want to talk about the ending of MHA, the most recent manga chapter. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah, you'll try.
I'll try. But I just want to talk about like what it was about because it's like a topic that we talk about a lot on this page. And so I want to like briefly get into that. The Suicide Squad Isekai dropped 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Which was massive. It was absolutely massive. Why don't more anime do that? They're only dropping 10 episodes and they dropped 3 of them, which is crazy. And then we watched the new episode of Windbreaker together, the last episode.
Yeah.
And then we have some news. And then we're gonna do our Chuck, Chomp, or Fuck.
Yep.
And then I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
And well, we're going to TwitchCon tomorrow.
We're going to TwitchCon.
Yeah.
That's not where we're going to. We're going to VidCon.
We're going to VidCon.
We're going to TwitchCon to meet minors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where they
I'm up in
congregate?
the whispers. I got famous enough.
I don't know what you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about? You didn't hear a Dr. Disrespect?
I know about Dr. Disrespect. What, is that where he meets them?
He was the Twitch whispers he was doing was to meet up with a minor at TwitchCon.
What is a Twitch whisper?
It was a messaging. I think it still is. It might not be. I don't know. I've been on Twitch in a while. It's just a messaging part of Twitch where like you can just message. It's like
Twitch whisper?
Yeah.
No fucking wonder creeps are messaging minors.
Whisper's a weird thing. It's an absolutely weird thing to just be like, oh yeah, all these 30-year-old streamers, let's give them whispers
Yeah,
with
one
their
sec.
fans.
Let me hit her with a Twitch whisper.
Yeah, it's like the Facebook Messenger of Twitch. Can I tell a story
Go on.
about Dr. Disrespect?
Maybe.
And how he has touched my life?
Sure, let me text my lawyer.
Yeah, both physically and emotionally. So the year after, he got banned from Twitch.
Yeah.
The year after he got banned from Twitch was like and then there was like a big gap. Like there was COVID and TwitchCon didn't happen. The first TwitchCon that happened after COVID was over, there was a guy that was a friend of Cody.
Oh wait, you've told this story. Where you pretended to be Dr. Disrespect.
No. I didn't pretend to be Dr. Disrespect. I pretended to be his agent.
Right, yeah.
This dude was like 6'4", and I was moving him through crowds. we were taking photos with people. Everyone was like, Doc, oh my God, what are you doing
Right,
here?
this guy you met was cosplayed as Dr. Disrespect,
Yes.
and everybody thought it was actually him.
And because he was like 6'3", 6'4", everyone was like, oh my God, that's Doc. The guy wasn't like nearly like big enough, like
Yeah.
Doc, whatever his fucking name is. It's like a big, strong dude. He's like 6'7", he's huge.
Whoa.
Yeah, it makes the texting the minor thing even weirder. I don't know why. Something about
I guess.
Like be small if you're gonna text a minor, because then at least look when you show up, you
Your
can be
options are more narrow.
I'm going to middle school. If I can do 6'7", no one's gonna buy that. Anyways,
I don't like these tips. Don't squeak.
I'm whispering.
I'm Twitch whispering.
I'm whispering. So, anyways, I'm walking around as this guy's manager. It's all right. It's all cut. The whole story's cut. I'm walking around as this fucking guy's manager, and everyone's like, Doc, you shouldn't be here. What are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just hanging out, being the two-time world, like all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I get one level of security away from Nick Merckx. Like, I literally got him through 3 levels of security until eventually I got to the person coordinating TwitchCon who looked him up and down, who knew Doc, and they were like, that's not Doc. Get the fuck out of here. And I was like, why are they being so weird about this? And now I know it's because he was trying to fuck a minor on their app.
True that. Yeah, I guess that makes their hostility a little more accurate.
It's so crazy. Yeah. So that's how docs touch my life. Anyways, Tower of God.
Tower of God.
How'd you feel about the first episode?
It is so fully coolly coded. Did we talk about this already?
I haven't seen fully coolly. You said it was fully coolly coded.
And speed racery.
Yes.
It's just very, very fast.
Can I? Yeah. Okay. Well, so that I made a similar note in the first episode. It goes away after the first episode.
Yeah.
In the first episode, I was like, I feel like I'm watching anime on 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
Like
I was cooking.
I was like, everyone. I didn't feel like the dub actresses or actors were like trying too hard to keep up, but at the same time, I was like, can we let a fucking sentence breathe here? Yeah. They were just like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm moving on. Like there was no pauses whatsoever. Yeah. Everything happened just one after another, and I was like, oh my God, fucking chill out. It felt like ADHD brain rot anime.
Yeah.
It felt like, like meant for like a TikTok brain where you're like, if this even slows down for a second, I'm going to fucking lose it. Yeah. But after the first episode, which is crazy, it's like him against the giant steel eel. It's really cool. After the first episode, the pacing is very regular.
Out. The second half of the first episode where like the hunter exam begins, essentially, I like got that impression too, where I was like, oh, nice. This now feels like an actual show and not like the Fairly Odd Parents parodying anime.
You know what's kind of aggravating about the show, though?
What?
So the first episode, like, he has to take a test, and that test is, like, destroying that ball so that he can go to what you called the hunter exam.
Yeah.
It kind of is, but it's also kind of not. So what he is currently in right now is a series of exams after passing the steel eel test that he now has to take to see if he can climb the tower.
Oh, he's not even.
So, dude, I'm 9 episodes in. Yeah. He's still taking tests to see if he can climb the tower.
Wow.
That's it. So he takes a test to see if he can take a test to
right.
to get into the tower, which itself is probably a test.
I was going to say, wow, sounds like a real examination tower.
It is.
The tower was the tests we took along the way.
And here's the thing. Apparently, people climb a tower all the time. I figured it was going to be that kind of thing where everyone was like, oh, no one's ever made it all the way to the top. There's like 6 people who are in the story who are known as rankers who have just already done it.
Sounds like not that hard of a tower.
It doesn't sound like that hard of a tower.
Although 200 people have to die in the first test. Mm-hmm. So, like, pretty hard.
It'll fucking be better.
Pretty hard. Well,
Simply
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. There's
like one guy who sneaks a sniper rifle in, and I was like, yeah, did you see the sniper rifle guy?
There's a dude who shoots an arrow at someone. It's like the food chain where like someone kills someone with a sword and they get hit with an arrow.
Bomb, the main character.
Yeah, and then they get hit with a bunch of arrows, and then it shows the archer. And he's like, should have brought a bow, and then he gets sniped in the face.
Yeah, just gets
and
shot
then the dude's
right
like,
now.
should have brought a sniper rifle.
And then a giant alligator walks up behind him and is like, should have brought better jeans. Like it's a very condescending message. It's
fine.
It's just fine.
It's a very just fine week, I'd say.
I'm intrigued why there's so much love for it, because I will admit the animation style is really cool, very unique. The sound design is incredible. Like it's like one of the best sound designs I've ever heard. Just the swelling of the music, the way that they use music to build moods and build tension and all of that, I think is like a genuine masterclass I haven't seen really outside of Hidden Inventory. Outside of that, it's just the hunter exam, but with like less compelling characters. Like there's a turtle lizard, there's a lizard girl who's like, there's a bunch of like princesses of jihad. There's like 13 of them. They all have like a special weapon. So there's like a weird subplot of like, you know, like Kagurabachi subplot, Demon Slayer subplot.
It's like Soul Eater.
Yeah, it's like they all have like special. There's like 13 weapons. They're specifically chosen by the King of Jihad, who's the first person to ever climb the tower. And then like one of the tall girl who gives him the Black March in the beginning of the story is one of the princesses of Jihad. And like there's cool-ish characters. I just don't, for some reason, I can't like super connect. One, I think because, and I think a lot of anime suffer from this, Bomb is the epitome of the people around me will figure it out for me, MC.
His name is Bomb?
His name is Bomb. And his best friend's name is Coon. And I have the subtitles on for Crunchyroll, and it thinks it's a slur every time because technically it is. And so every time they say Coon's name, it's asterisk, 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 asterisk.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And I'm assuming it's like K-U-N, not C-O-O-N.
Yeah.
And it's just like, because it's a Korean TV show.
Right.
And it's wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what I wanted to bring up about episode 1? When he like fights the steel eel. That test is impossible to lose. Is it not?
How is it impossible? You could simply be eaten by the steel eel.
No, you can't. Because that's how you win the test.
Only if you can get out of the steel eel.
If you go in with a weapon and you get eaten, it doesn't chew you. He just stands there and he's like, the secret is to go inside the eel anyway. And so it goes in the eel, it swallows him, and then he just cuts his way out. And they're like, that was always the
What happens if you get swallowed before you cut your way out? What happens if you get chomped in the big old steel eel teeth?
It doesn't bite. It doesn't chew you.
It
didn't chew him.
Chew you.
Chew your nuts.
Hey. I don't know.
We're back.
Probably. I wouldn't. You know what I would do? Simply not enter. I would have turned around immediately.
I would go home.
I would be like, yeah, you know what, Rachel? Not worth it.
I like how, like, hyper surreal it is. Like, when his love interest or sister or whatever.
Not sister.
Rachel. When
I
his
don't know.
Rachel.
Actually, I do not know, like, their relationship. Basically, she, like, opens a ball of sorts and he's in there with long hair and he's trying to climb his way out and she's like the first person that he ever sees. They're both from like a different world somehow and now they're in the tower world.
When his Rachel is like dying or passing on or whatever in the beginning.
When she's going to the tower?
Yeah, when she's going to the tower.
Okay, not dying or passing on, but okay.
This is such a weird fucking insane show.
It is, especially the first episode, but yes.
But it like a big door just appears below them and then it opens and they don't like fall through. But it like, there's a bunch of weird, surreal, trippy shit.
Yeah.
That like doesn't behave in the way that like physics would make it behave.
I guess, yeah.
Like again, a door opens in the floor and they just stay there. And it's like just for like surrealism's sake. And I dig that. That's fun.
Like, stylistically, it's a really cool show. And like it is like, and I think that's where your like, comparison to Fooly Cooly comes from. Like Fooly Cooly is a very stylistically beautiful show. It's just, there's just something, and I think it's just Bomb as an MC, because I think Coon's a cool character. I think Rock is a cool character. I think Rachel's honestly a compelling character because we don't know that much about her. And then like there's like the princesses of Jihad are cool, but like there's this trope in anime where it's like, and it's kind of like the Tanjiro thing. Like he's obviously figuring it out now, but in the beginning they just like, like in him getting dropped into the first stage where a guy cuts down the guy who's going to cut him down, and then a guy shoots that guy with arrows, and then that guy gets sniped until eventually Rock shows up, and then Coon shows up and is like, all right, Rock, go away, basically. It's just like luck after luck after luck after luck.
Right.
And like I get that that's like their personality, and that's why people gravitate towards them, because like Bomb's whole thing is that he's like they said like his eyes haven't been like tinted by doubt, basically. But yeah, like it's just like I hate that trope.
Things are just being given to him.
I hate the trope of things just like continually being given to an MC.
I know, but when he gets the sword, it's like the person who gives it to him. Like a girl is like, why don't you give me the sword? Is it just because you like boys? And she's like, yes. And then gives him the sword.
Well, no, and then she's like, oh, only handsome boys. And everyone keeps hammering home how handsome Bomb is when he's like not even top 5 in terms of everyone I've seen.
What a mid-ass looking dude.
He's not. He's like a 14-year-old boy. And everyone's like, I'm fucking that kid. Everyone's like, oh my God, he's
I'm
fucking that kid, dude. Something about it. I don't know. Like, it's just, In terms of a show, it's fun. I'm going to finish the first season. I'll watch the second season because like there's nothing else to watch this season. Yeah, because we have a job, but like it's not something I would actively seek out or watch if I was like not doing it for work, really. Yeah. It's a low 7.
Yeah.
Like a high 6 maybe. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Like there's like very cool stylistic choices made, but the characters they fall flat for me for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I only watched the first episode. I wasn't like gripped.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it has this like or like underlying feeling of just being kind of bland. Like, I agree, I didn't like attach to any of the characters. It did feel like shit was just like happening at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems fine. I mean, I will finish it for season
I think,
2.
well, the issue is with a lot of the manga that were adapted specifically by Crunchyroll, so Tower of God, God of High School, and I think they did one other one. They were trying to do, like, there was a time when they were adapting one manhwa a year. And so they were only, like, it was like, they were pretty much telling manhwa creators, like, we're only going to do 12 episodes, like, because this is a yearly thing. We're going to switch next year. So I think Tower of God is them doing the next 12 episodes for this to be like, oh, you guys have like basically re-upped, but they don't tell that to any of the manhwa creators. So they try and stuff as much content into those 12 episodes as possible, which is why Tower of God's pacing is so fucked.
Yeah, I looked it up, or I don't even remember how I ended up seeing this information, but I saw people being like, yeah, Tower of God is just like crunched into that one season. What are you looking at? What are you distressed about?
I just was wondering if we had audio. That's it.
But Tower of God is just like, it's crunched into that season, and the manhwa is apparently like breathes way more, and they like lose out on a lot of stuff. And then similarly with God of High School, I remember when that came out, everybody was like, this has awesome fights, great character designs. It is fast as fuck, though.
Yeah.
It's like way too fast.
It's just like they're done with the tournament arc like 6 episodes in, and you're like, and then they're like, oh, time to fight God. And you're like, how did we get here already? It's like, there's such a fine line to draw between like if something's paced too slow, I'd reckon that's worse than being paced too fast.
Yeah.
But like still being paced too fast, I'm uncomfortable. Like I feel like I can't look away from the screen, and like I kind of need to be able to like with the show, like I was trying to cook last night, and I was like, I'll watch Tower of God while I'm cooking. I'm watching it in English. I should be able to. And I was like, if I even looked away from the screen for a second, I'm like, I'm missing too much.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't cook with this on. So yeah, it's fine. You know what's not fine though?
What's not fine?
Suicide Squad. Because it's incredible.
How can you think that?
How can you not?
It's so boring.
How dare you?
It's outrageously boring. You weren't bored? Nick texted me and was like, this show is stunning. What show are you watching?
I was a little bored.
It's so boring.
I was a little bored.
It's crazy boring.
It's a little boring.
Every now and then, I'll give you this. Every now and then, I'm like, you know what? This does kind of feel like the Suicide Squad. Because half of me was going to come in and be like, it doesn't feel like the Suicide Squad. Like Harley doesn't really feel like Harley Quinn.
Well, it's probably because she sounds like a typical anime protagonist. I like that twist a lot.
What?
I would run through a field of cayenne pepper, razor blades, and lemon to sniff her socks. Dude,
Stop saying
that
this
is
to
the
me.
hottest version of Harley we've ever been given.
Because she speaks Japanese.
She speaks Japanese.
I can't believe this didn't release in dub.
That is crazy, but at the same time,
Outrageous.
I feel like if it released in dub, it'd be like, oh, this is just an animated like Suicide Squad project, and we have those.
Well, give me the option.
I think we have 3 animated Suicide Squad movies.
Yeah, I think so.
I prefer it in Japanese.
Look, I also like Harley enough.
Peacekeeper's fucking Nanami.
Peacekeeper's not Peacekeeper. He's like nothing. He's so nothing.
What do you mean? He talks about fucking how much he wants justice. That's Peacekeeper.
Disagree. He doesn't have any of the like fun, silly goofiness that John Cena had with his character.
Okay, yeah, but John Cena's goofy Peacekeeper is not an accurate portrayal of like comic book Peacekeeper.
And you know what comic book Peacekeeper's like?
Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to spoil your news. You're
not gonna.
I know more about DC than you do.
Not true.
I simply
not true.
What I grew up reading. Oh.
I've read it too.
You simply haven't.
I have.
You're a fraud.
I know Grifter.
You're a fraud in fraud shoes. You're a weeb. You're a you taking a hit? You taking a hit of that dope?
I don't know why I swallowed.
A bong we got.
A fat bongaroonie.
We're smoking that weendis.
Yeah.
What are the kids calling it?
Swing.
We're swing, baby.
They call it
popped on down to our local swing fucking dealer downstairs.
But what's it called? So half of me was gonna be like, this. It doesn't feel like the Suicide Squad. Like they don't feel like the characters.
It does.
Half of it does.
Listen,
but it's boring.
Listen.
It's so boring.
Okay, I will admit. It's kind of fucking boring. I think that's genuinely why they released 3 episodes, because my God, if they had released 1 episode, what a train wreck it would have been.
Yeah, what an absolute train wreck. Well, the first episode is literally just like we know what's gonna happen.
We're going to the world. Yep.
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds in Gotham, and then they're like, "You have a bomb in your neck," and everybody's like, "What?" And then you go.
They just simply have to do that. It's like they're not just gonna work with the assumption that everybody knows how Suicide Squad works. I think there's a couple of highlights from that.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just going to go through my notes here. Harley is so bad. I love the animation style. I can't believe you don't find this show gorgeous, because it just objectively is.
It's like so fine looking.
It's almost a tech test. Like it's literally, it's insane.
It's Wit's worst looking show.
That's not true. That's just not true.
Looks worse than Attack on Titan. Looks worse than Vinland Saga. Looks worse than, what was the other? It's Spy Family, I think's Wit.
Nope.
It's season 1, I think.
Cloverworks.
We always do this.
It's Cloverworks. I'm literally telling you it's Cloverworks.
I know like one other thing Wit's worked on that they only did for like 1 season.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Did they do Tokyo Ghoul?
They might have done Tokyo Ghoul.
So it's worse than Tokyo Ghoul from what I've seen.
God, you need to rewatch Tokyo Ghoul. You need to rewatch. Have you seen Tokyo Ghoul?
I've like only seen the Centipede shit.
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's all you really need to see. That's like when the show was at its peak, honestly. It looks fantastic. I love the style. They're so good at shading. Wit is so good at shading. They do it like going from Kaiju number 8 to this, they're so goddamn good at shading. Like when they show all the orcs and they have like the light on their face, it just like looks real, but like in a way that's like viscerally like accurate to like how things would be lit in an animation style. It's so good. What was I going to say? I will admit, there's one time the animation doesn't look good.
That's what I was going to say.
And it's Harley versus Katana. Katana.
That's a weird
It's
fight.
Weirdly slow FPS, and it's like they're like kind of feeling each other out the whole time. It was like a very disjointed fight, and I was like, maybe they're trying to save money for the end of the season, but like this is the first big fight. Simply don't not give everything you can on this.
It's like weirdly realistic in that it feels very sluggish.
Yeah.
But not in like a good looking way. And there's no music. Mm-hmm. And so they're like really slowly like wobbling on this rooftop. I was going to say that, have you noticed that like every now and then, and this isn't like a complaint or anything, every now and then it feels like they change animation studios completely for like 2 seconds.
I guess I could see what you're saying. Yeah.
Hold on. Every now and then it like turns into Mob Psycho for like 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna come out and say while you look for this, if there's one complaint I had, it's not that. Wit has a very unique art style where they're like, it'll be hyper detailed and then like they'll get to moving and it'll look like JJK season 2. Like there's moments.
That's Deadshot's hand up to his face, and his hand is crazy looking.
Yeah.
But what I'm showing Nick is it's like every now and then it changes art style into being like...
This backstory was very interesting, and I guess I did definitely notice that, and I didn't really think about it.
It was like the opening bit with the cops, like with the bandanas on their mouths. Every now and then it feels like there's one single animator who's just like, I have my own style and I'm going to cook with it.
Yeah.
And the art style changes dramatically to like a Mob Psycho style.
Like a bad way.
No, I didn't say it was a complaint.
Yeah.
It's just like a silly fact I noticed.
Yeah, Ratcatcher's backstory was oddly stylized, and I kind of like him sitting with the mohawk and all of that. It did kind of look like Mob Psycho, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he was like raking at times. This anime, if I had one complaint, has some of the worst sound design I've simply ever experienced.
Big sound design guy lately.
Dude, sound is something that like I've become more receptive to, like more like I now notice it ever since JJK season 2, because I was like, this sound design is so much better than anything I've ever noticed. Every anime I watch now, I'm like, sound is huge.
Yeah.
And that's why when I'm like watching Tower of God, I'm like, the swelling of the music is fantastic. All of Suicide Squad thus far sounds like they're using copyright-free music.
So when you talk about sound design, are you talking about music exclusively? Because when I think sound design, I think like sound effects.
Okay, the sound effects are fine.
Okay. So you're talking music.
I am talking more music.
Yeah.
The opening one, the intro is fucking awful. The intro is awful. It literally sounds like if you looked up like copyright guitar riff, like copyright free guitar riff, that's what you would get for the opening.
It's copyright free Tank from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
It's like rip off like
yeah, but it's just like worse somehow.
Yeah.
And has no words. And then they put all of the money into the outro when it's like Amanda Waller like doing her fucking Gojo snap through the door with the actual song.
Thick ass, sexy ass, plump ass Amanda Waller
just fucking shaking it for roses on TikTok.
I have one note. I have one single note. Look at my face. Look at my face. You know me. You know me, phone. Look at my face and trust me. I have one single note for the pod. It says sexy Amanda Waller.
Well, why not? Why not?
She's serving in that outro.
Yeah. And it's just like everything happening around her, and she's just like literally Gojo and Nanami.
She's a goddamn snack.
It's the outro for season 1 of JJK. But every other time, like anytime there's like they want to use music, it feels like they're using copyright-free music and they don't know how to use it. The music just doesn't match what's going on. It doesn't swell with the momentum of anything. It's awful.
Interesting.
It's literally the worst I've ever seen in an anime.
Wow.
And I'm like, listen, I'm enjoying, like, I love Suicide Squad. I'm a sucker for it. I love Harley. I love Deadshot. I love fucking, I like that Peacekeeper's on it. He's not usually on the Suicide Squad. It's usually like Boomerang or like, I don't even know, fucking just Pete Davidson's character. I love the Peacekeeper's on it. I love that that's Nanami. King Shark. I love the Nawe. So like I'm already going to be invested in this because I love the IP and I love the fact that it's anime. As I watch it, I'm like, oh my God, the music choices are fucking asinine.
Crazy.
Asinine. But I can understand why you think it's boring.
Yeah.
Because objectively, while a lot does happen, it doesn't feel like anything is of any remote, like nothing feels like it matters.
I mean, things are happening.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's not particularly interesting. There are no interesting characters that aren't the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And they're only in, like, it's not even fair to be like they're interesting because it's not like this show like came up with them.
Yeah.
I like that they're like mixing up who's in the squad. So we have Harley, Deadshot, Peacekeeper, King Shark, and Muzan, which I really like.
Dude, Clayface, they made Clayface hot.
He's just Muzan.
He's hot. I also love, another thing I do like about it is that their powers work differently in the Isekai world because Clayface
They're
is
enhanced.
Clayface is able to like manipulate Clay away from his body, which isn't part of his kit.
That is cool. I do like that Clayface is there, and I like that he's this like eccentric actor.
Yeah.
He's kind of annoying with it,
Well,
but
that's
like
Clayface.
I guess but he's
almost always an annoying actor.
But he's usually like he's not usually like a hack actor, I don't think.
No, he's almost always a hack actor.
I don't know.
Yes.
I guess so.
He's almost always a hack actor.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're really going head to head here, huh?
I wonder which of us has
But yeah, so I like that Clayface is there. Love King Shark.
Guess who's going to see some podcast studios in Burbank next week?
Yeah.
It's me.
Can't wait.
I'm gonna let.
Go on.
I got things going on too. All right.
Big moves, big things happening.
I got things.
But I like that King Shark has like permanently replaced Killer Croc in terms of like Suicide Squad properties.
He's better. He's just
cooler.
stupid.
It's just a big shark.
Yeah,
you know?
he's Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
He's the IQ of a kindergartner. Like Killer Croc's too like, oi mate, I'm here to swim under the roads and also eat people. He does.
Big DC expert.
He has a
here.
Mexican accent in the Suicide Squad movies, and I simply wasn't going to do it. Is it Mexican? I think he might have a black accent. I don't know.
He's just.
I don't know, but he very much had like an accent I wasn't willing to dip a toe into in the Suicide Squad movies, so I went Australian. Also, he's a crocodile.
He should be Australian.
Right? Yeah. That's what I said. But I feel like no one's like, oh, the Australian. Like, listen, I could be terrified. I could be terrified of an Australian, but like, if the croc was Australian, I would be like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not intimidating.
Well, if you got a low-pitched Australian, you know?
Why does every universe have a fucking crocodile guy?
Elaborate.
Marvel's got one.
The Lizard?
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Killer Croc.
No, other than... Okay, one more other than 2.
Oh, I fucking got your ass here.
Yeah?
Oh my God, I got your ass here. TMNT.
Who?
Sure there's one.
Yeah, the fucking show where everyone's an animal. You're just like, oh, you know.
I'm sure the TMNT,
Crocodile thing?
Crocodile. Leatherhead. Yeah.
Whoa, Leatherhead.
Yeah. Woo!
What a scary... Oh, wait, I might have seen... He might have been in the movie.
Get dunked on, idiot.
Yeah, I did get dunked on. Yeah. Wow.
Holy shit.
What an absolute... Holy fuck.
Holy fucking shit.
Anyway, so this is my last episode on the pod. It's been a good 71 episodes.
Coming out.
But no,
71, that's where we cut it.
I liked the prison break.
Yeah.
That felt Suicide
when they were doing the rainbow flashes, I actually didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
It was like, well, that was like, I like the concept of like them breaking out of the prison felt very Suicide Squad-y.
Yeah.
The rainbow flashes felt like they were like...
Dude, I was the closest I've ever been to like actually having a seizure.
It felt... Yeah, first off, what a risk, Japan.
I was close.
I know, that was the one time I was like, we don't want to dim this shit.
Yeah.
But no, the flashing colors, to me, felt like Wit or someone was like... They were like, oh... we got to do like a stylized fucking crazy action scene.
Yeah.
And then they got real close to the wire and they're like, we don't really have time to do anything actually stylized. Mm-hmm. Let's just flash some colors.
So they just kind of like cranked the FPS down a little bit and then just like threw colors on it. It like, was not good.
It's like fake stylization. It's not like, you know, it's not like a Mob Psycho or something.
I think the actual animation of this show is incredible. I think the directorial like choices are really bad. Like,
that's fair.
Like, just
I don't think the animation's bad. It's just not like when Attack on Titan...
Their intro scene when like Harley's like double kicking people and always eating people. Like, how do you not think the animation's good?
It's like pretty standard.
Like the werewolves battle.
It's like a 7 or 8.
That's just not true.
It's not like
what's a 10?
What's a 10? Like JJK season 2, obviously.
Okay, so what's a 9? Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby's pretty cool. I'd have to see it again recently. Or like I'd have to see it again.
Okay.
But probably that. Demon Slayer's a 9 or a 10.
What's Mob Psycho?
Mob Psycho season 2 is a 9 or a 10.
Okay.
I'd say like
I'm willing to not say it's a 10.
Yeah. I'd say
if
like
Mob Psycho's
8,
a 9, then
roll
it's
the dice.
If Mob Psycho's oh yeah? 9. Let's go, baby! Listen, if Mob Psycho, I'm not going to say it's better than Mob Psycho, but like it is genuinely very good, I find. And like it's good. It's realistic. So like that's why it's like different from Mob Psycho, because it's like one, it's realistic. So like you have to slightly apply anatomical rules to it. And I believe the scenes that focus around Harley fighting are very impressive.
Well, Mob Psycho's not fair to compare it to. Like I'd say Attack on Titan season 1 way better than this. Same with season 3.
I feel like I'd have to go back and rewatch, honestly.
Vinland Saga's better. What are some anime? Like, this is like on par with like, there's more motion than Naruto.
Yeah.
This is on par with like average Naruto, I'd say.
This is on par with high level Naruto.
No.
Yes.
There's no scene where I'm like, oh shit, like I'm going to rewatch 100%. This action
The intro scene was incredible. The interesting
of all driving?
No, when all of them jump out of the helicopter and they're all like battling against the orcs.
That's the end of the first episode.
Yeah, that was an incredible scene. There was also the battle against the werewolves.
Just the intro of nothing.
That was okay, and it flashes their names onto the screen.
Okay,
the werewolf battle when they were all being controlled by Ratcatcher.
Yeah,
all those kills were sick.
That's another thing I like is the concept that other Suicide Squads are also isekai'd into this world, and they're the antagonists. That's cool.
It is cool.
Because that helps mitigate, like, I didn't like the idea that they're getting isekai'd into just this absolute generic nothing fantasy world.
Yeah.
That's so generic that every single guard has the same face and facial hair.
That was kind of funny.
But, like, I didn't like that conceptually, but what gives me something to look forward to is the fact that there are literal like boss battles.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, what other DC characters are we gonna run into?
Yeah, just in a different setting, just a non-Gotham setting.
That's cool. And I also like you said, like the powers are enhanced. So you get Ratcatcher, who before could just like kind of persuade rats to maybe help him, and now he like mind controls werewolves.
When you're in Arkham, that's not the worst. Like, it's literally not the worst power. In fact, it's probably one of the better ones.
For sure. So there are definitely things I like about it. The world didn't convince me. Like I was hoping, one of my hopes was they'd get isekai'd into this world, and even though it's generic looking, it'd be like reincarnated as a slime, or like parts of Mushoku Tensei, where it's like, if you're just glancing at it, it's generic, but like they put a lot of thought into it.
Like peel back one layer and you're like, okay, it's actually very complex.
Yeah. This so far is nothing.
It's not complex. It's just like, oh, the queen's evil. They're trying to kill the monsters, and now the monsters are being controlled by the DC characters, which is fine.
Yeah.
But good thing it came out in such a weak season, because otherwise, my God, would it probably get buried.
What the hell was Deadshot saying?
Oh, when he was like in prison with Ratcatcher?
He's fucking like out of nowhere, episode 3, Deadshot just starts slinging slurs or something. They start bleeping his dialogue.
This guy's like a filthy rat fucker or something, and they're just bleeping every single one of them. My God, Deadshot is like, I felt so seen in that one moment, because I was like, oh, it's my buddy. And then he was like just some introvert who's like, this guy won't leave me the fuck alone. And I was like, that's me with everyone.
I love Deadshot. I like his design.
Yep.
He's cool. How do you feel about everybody but Harley knowing what an isekai is? I thought that was silly.
Was that how it broke down?
I
love Clayface just being like, it's called an isekai. And I was like, good.
Well, he doesn't even explain it, which is funny. Like, he was just like, we're in an isekai. Yeah. And then Deadshot's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm like, how do you know this shit?
Yeah. How many of you are weebs exactly?
Yeah. Only Harley was like, what's an isekai? And no one answers.
Probably because she has a doctorate. Probably because she was like actually did something with her life prior to being Harley Quinn.
Did you also like how they kept name dropping Warner Brothers movies?
I literally have a fucking note about it. I said Harley saying, this is like Game of Thrones. Yeah. So HBO.
Yeah.
They were just like, they literally just kept hammering home. They're like, have you guys watched our other things? Yeah. It's like Naruto, whenever Boruto will do an episode, like Boruto will get into these episodes where they're like, oh, we have to try and collect all these Naruto cards. And you're like, I was always like, what's going on here? I was like, why are they collecting cards? Is it just filler? Because like Naruto filler is weird, but I was like, is it just filler? Cards. And I was like, Naruto released the TCG around the time Boruto released. And so in Boruto, they'll just run around trying to collect like high level cards occasionally. And I'm like, holy shit, what the hell are we doing?
That's so funny. Can you imagine if we had trading cards of like our military? Like real people in our military.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking. Did
you get your fucking John McCain?
Oh, I got fucking Lieutenant Daniels again. God damn it. Damn it. Imagine getting home and finding out your card's shit. Everyone's like, fuck this guy.
True. Well, I guess baseball players have to go through that.
But they don't kill people for money. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you didn't hit the ball. You don't fucking deserve that. Yeah. It's like a guy just lacing bullets through children, being like, oh, my card's about to be so much more valuable, dude, back home. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nothing. That's fine.
Yeah. I never understand how you feel about an anime until the very last sentence, because you'll be like, it's fucking sick, it's the best animation, it's this. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
I've told you, the animation is incredible. I'm happy it's out. I'm gonna watch every episode. I want the story to be more compelling, and I hate the sound.
Yeah, I like Joker's piano car.
I can't even imagine like trying to parallel park. Could you imagine trying to parallel park and a fucking piano car? It's like how much space do I have? Yeah. How much space?
Yeah. Half a symphony?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I wanted to see a bit because he's playing this like cacophony as he's driving. It's making these turns into like turn. He goes like, brrr.
Yeah.
I wanted to see a car like veer him off the road, and he's like shit, and he's trying to get back on course, and it just sounds like garbage.
The song's just fucking destroyed.
Boom. Just a mess.
What song is left? Yeah. What song is left?
Yeah, she's like, this sounds horrible, and he's like, I'm trying to drive, bitch.
Wait, I don't know how to play piano.
This was the worst anniversary gift. I hate this shit. I hate it.
I hate you. Oh,
I love Harley. I love them stopping at a bar and Harley being like, "Hey, wait outside, the Joker."
Yeah. And he loved it. He was like, well, booze tastes better when I'm waiting for my lover.
I know, but it's like, no one driving by is like, hey, is that the fucking Joker?
Is that a fucking piano car?
Can you imagine if you're just driving around and it's like 2005 and you just like pass by Walgreens and you're like, is that fucking Osama bin Laden in a piano car? You're not gonna call the cops.
I thought we fucking got him. What?
Fucking.
Oh, good shit. Good shit all.
Back again with another spoiler warning for the My Hero Academia manga. This time they talk about it for a couple of minutes, so if you just want to stay spoiler free, skip to the next timestamp, about 3.5 minutes ahead.
All right, so should we talk about I'm gonna do my brief My Hero rant.
Joe.
The community forgave Endeavor. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Is the community is forgiving Endeavor.
In the anime? Or in the manga? Or the My Hero community?
The My Hero fan base is in the act of forgiving Endeavor.
You're so bad at this.
What? How is that? I'm literally saying the community
that means he does something that redeems himself.
I guess not really. Kind of. It's up like with all things Endeavor. It's kind of up in the air. Like it's completely up to like personal perception. And I'm just saying because like the epilogue is wrapping up right now. So there was like a chapter focused around the Todoroki family.
Yeah.
And it's like the conversation stayed incredibly compelling to me where I was like, you can leave that conversation still with how things are up in the air with Endeavor, either saying I don't forgive him or I do forgive him. And like I found that like a really good way to wrap up his story because it wasn't like the end, like even people in universe like Natsuo was like, no, I don't fuck with you anymore. And I was like, I feel like that was Horikoshi basically like inserting the fan base in there where like Natsuo, who was, and this is a focus point that I believe a lot of people don't understand, that like Natsuo saw everything that happened with Toya, Dabi, and everything that happened with Shoto. And like also wasn't the favorite son in either scenario. So like the reason that Dabi's driven off into insanity is the fact that he just wants to be seen by Endeavor.
Yeah.
Fucking Natsuo never gets that and also has to watch Toya disappear and Shoto get abused for like a decade and a half. So Natsuo basically ends the story with like not necessarily forgiving Endeavor while like some of the other family members do. And I thought that was a really...
Stop.
What?
Stop spoiling it.
It's not like a forgiveness thing. How is it spoiling?
You just said which members forgive and don't forgive
literally,
Endeavor.
I'm just saying, it's literally up in the air. Like, Natsuo is like, oh, like, it's like a very, like, I'm just saying it's a very good ending where, like, the Todoroki family comes together and some of them decide that, like, oh, Endeavor, let's move forward.
Why are you saying the ending of the Todoroki story?
I'm not saying which ones forgive.
You did.
Or in
you
which...
literally did it, and also you're just saying the ending of the arc. The sole thing people are excited about to find out whether or not it happened.
The community,
you're confirming.
The community is sliding their idea of likeness towards Endeavor because of what...
You said which children forgive him.
Natsuo. That's all I said.
You said Natsuo doesn't forgive him and the daughter does.
Didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Did not say that.
You just
said
it.
Some of the other family members.
It's not a lot left.
There's a lot left. There's Rei, Fuyumi, Toya, and Shoto.
We're Rei and Fuyumi. And they're just one daughter?
How dare... Fucking Rei's his wife!
Oh, that's not a kid.
Family member. I said family member, Danny. I'm not spoiling anything.
Spoiling things.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking strangle
You're
you. I'm gonna strangle you.
I can't believe it.
I'm literally...
I can't imagine a single person siding with you.
You're the one
this.
dragging the plot out of me. I was literally just trying to say the community is siding towards Endeavor. And you were like, oh, what do you mean? You're spoiling everything. That means he did something. No, I'm literally just trying to provoke a conversation, Daniel.
Nick can't stop spoiling.
I'm not fucking spoiling!
You really do.
I'm done.
Yeah, he's a spoiler.
I'm done. The podcast is over. Enjoy Danny time, everybody.
Why is Nick incapable of talking about things without spoiling them? Anyway, bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, you know what else I've been watching this week? What have you been watching this week, Danny? I've been watching Young Sheldon. Now, seasons 1 and 2 of Young Sheldon, while good, definitely, they're definitely good. They're better than you think they would be, knowing that it's a spinoff of The Big Bang Theory. Like, if you go into it wanting to hate it, I think it will still convince you that it's pretty good. Season 3 has been nothing but bangers. Nothing but absolute home run after home run. And it's because Georgie finally gets some time in the spotlight. I hear Nick doing something. I hear him clomping around. But anyway, Georgie finally gets his time to shine. Missy, Sheldon's sister, Sheldon's twin sister.
I'm stepping in. We're not talking about young Sheldon.
Yeah, fucking.
We're simply not talking about young Sheldon. How fucking dare you? You goddamn podcast pirate. That's what I'm calling white people from now on.
You left.
I'm calling people.
You walked out. You left me here.
Can we just do the fucking game?
That's it? We're straight to the game? Windbreaker.
We're doing the game. Fuck Windbreaker.
There's nothing to talk about with the Windbreaker.
God.
Do you want to introduce it?
Chomp or fucking...
Nick's throwing dice.
Oh, this is fucking Chomp Fucker Chuck. It's a game where me and Danny say whether or not we want to eat, fuck, or throw away a Pokemon. It's a variation of Fuck, Marry, Kill, and we're doing it for Gen 2 because we did it for Gen 1 and we both enjoyed it. And we have nothing to talk about because apparently Nick can't be a thought-provoking podcast host.
Just don't spoil things.
I'm going to spoil Demon Slayer. I'm spoiling Demon Slayer. I'm spoiling Demon Slayer.
I'm going to spoil Attack on Titan.
Oh, I'm going to weaponize my spoiling, I swear to God. All right, first one up. Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile. We're talking the starters. God, can we do... I forget what all of these things look like. Oh, boy.
Let me reintroduce the game for TikTok.
Can we end the podcast? I don't want to be here anymore.
We're playing Chomp Chuck or
I'm
Fuck.
fucking Chikorita. I forgot how bad this bitch was, dude. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Oh my God, yo, Chikorita can get it.
Chikorita has an absolute fucking dumpster.
Dude, Chikorita got those little bangs.
Chikorita's got a plump rump, and I don't care who knows it. That's
like
why
that.
they call her Chikorita.
I love that guy who was like, I want to show my girlfriend this podcast. They don't talk about fucking Pokemon that often, and we just decided to double down on fucking Pokemon.
Who said that?
There was a comment who was like, I wanted to show my girlfriend this podcast, and it was like me halfway through this podcast. They don't usually talk about fucking Pokemon this much.
Get ready for our new weekly segment.
Man, what Pokemon would you stick your fucking dick in?
Chikorita, no question. I will say these are some of the thickest starters.
That's fair.
In the entire game.
Also thick.
Yeah, Cyndaquil could get it, and what that snout do.
Mm-hmm.
Totodile evolves into like a beer gut, like frumpy looking son of a bitch.
He doesn't have a beard.
No, beer gut.
Oh yeah, he does get double.
Yeah.
He gets Mewtwo body.
He lets himself go.
He
So
gets
you don't
Mewtwo
wanna,
body.
Yeah. Chikorita, we fuck, obviously.
I'm throwing out Cyndaquil and I'm eating Totodile. Alligator, baby.
You ever had alligator?
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
Tastes like chicken.
All right, I agree. We'll do that.
That's easy.
Togetic, Dunsparce, Wobbuffet.
Boy, oh boy, I know what all those look like.
Next time we'll have Stank include images.
Togetic.
Yeah, which one is Togetic?
Togetic is the little eggs evolution, right?
Yeah.
Is it not the little eggs evolution?
I guarantee this is a fuck. Let me see.
I mean, it's fairy type.
You know, this is the least attractive of the Togepi.
I feel like if you were gonna fuck one type of Pokemon, it would probably end up being the fairy type. Dunsparce.
Definitely not a Dunsparce.
Dunsparce is like just a bee without wings, and then Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet's handsome.
I feel like
I might fuck Wobbuffet.
Really?
I might have to go with Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet's a handsome little dude. He's doing this. He's energetic. He's excited.
Guess. Stank did write butt plug for the brave right next to Wobbuffet's name, which is a choice. I feel like I fuck Togetic. I throw out Dunsparce and I eat Wobbuffet. I'm not eating bugs.
I think I do the absolute opposite. I think I eat Togetic.
Oh, it is kind of an egg.
It's egg.
It? It's a fucking egg.
It's a big old egg. Fuck Wobbuffet. Throw out Dunsparce. Yeah, Wobbuffet's an easy fuck for me.
Okay. Next one up.
Shuckle, Corsola, or Octillery.
I feel like I'm gonna fuck Shuckle. Wait, no.
Let me tell you something right now. You got a lot of holes to choose from.
Shuckle's a lot of holes.
This whole lineup.
Also,
this
Shuckle
whole
is
lineup
just such a
holes.
slept-on Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
Shuckle's like actually like a low key, very good bug rock type.
Shuckle's great.
Corsola. I know what Octillery looks like.
Corsola's not bad, considering.
Corsola is okay.
Yeah,
that's just barnacle. Like, or no, that's just what am I looking for here?
Coral.
Coral. That's just coral. I
Coral
feel like
with a good little attitude though.
And then Stank wrote, if we fucked Octillery, then we would become the Deep, which I tend to agree with because Octillery is just after all literally an octopus.
Yeah, just simply an octopus.
I'm eating Octillery because octopus is delicious, and I'm fucking Shuckle and I'm throwing out Corsola.
I think I'm fucking Corsola. Corsola's a little cutie. Corsola's a little bad cutie. Corsola's into some naughty shit.
Shuckle?
No, I'll eat
Octillery?
Octillery.
Oh, you're throwing away Corsola?
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, I'm fucking Corsola.
You're fucking Torque. Oh, gotcha.
I'm throwing away Shuckle.
Throwing away Shuckle.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Ooh.
Corsola's a naughty little gal.
Oh.
I'll tell you right now.
This one's awful.
Houndoom, Magcargo, or an unknown.
What are we going to do with an unknown?
What if I look up sexiest unknown? Will this narrow it down?
You know, there's that guy who goes, he opens, he looks up a Pokemon and then he scrolls until it gets sexualized. I would genuinely love to see how long that would happen for an unknown.
I don't know who these women are.
Did you find it? Let me see.
No, I just looked up. I looked up sexiest unknown.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Just a bunch of random women.
Lesser known porn stars.
All right, here we go. Unknown rule 40. Rule what?
Rule
64?
No, rule 40.
I think 43.
43? 34.
See.
Rule 34.
Rule 34.
Yeah, we got it backwards.
Unknown rule 34. Let's see. I don't know what this is. I wish I didn't.
Let me see.
No, hold
on. Is it hentai? Is it hentai?
But I haven't found an unknown yet.
You type in rule 34. You have to go unknown Pokemon.
No,
rule
but
34.
then I'll just. All right, hold on. Unknown Pokemon. I didn't know this was a website.
Rule34.com?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything, anybody, if you're ever looking at an anime girl and you're like, oh, I want to see her inflated. Oh boy, do I have a website for you.
What? Okay, Pokemon. Let me do Pokemon and then unknown.
This one's really hard because I would not like to eat or fuck Magcargo. It's just a snail made of lava. And that seems awful. And at the same time, Houndoom, while handsome, is just a dog. So that is also kind of a tough sell.
This is horrible. This is all horrible.
Oh, I forgot about Houndoom's evolution, dude. Mega Houndoom is sick looking.
Houndoom's
handsome, but
Houndoom is dumb as fuck, let me tell you.
Absolutely, but it is just a dog.
He's just a dog. They're all just a something. Let me remind you.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna fuck the unknown just for the story.
Which letter? Oh, probably. O or I, Nick. O or I, Nick. Make a decision.
Unknown Pokemon. Is there one for every letter? Oh my god!
Yeah, it's an alphabet.
Is.
Let's see.
Oh, dude.
Is it O or I, Nick?
Oh, you could fuck O, C, D, E, F. They all have holes. Every single one of them has holes. You know what? Oh my god. I'm gonna choose
fuck
right.
F. F's just a little dude.
F is kind of just a little guy, but honestly, if I'm being real with you, if I'm gonna fuck an unknown, I think I'm actually going for B.
Yeah,
I think I'm going for B.
You're a crazy man.
I think I'm going for B.
Whoa.
B's just cuter. It's just cuter.
Looks like a Porygon.
It looks like the chicken that dip their beak into the water. That's what it looks like.
It does.
And then I'll eat Magcargo, and I'll let Houndoom go because I don't eat or fuck dogs.
Look, you've really put me in a position.
I am. Listen, and here's the thing. I'm gonna give you an out right here because we both fuck Lucario, who's like also dog adjacent.
Okay. Look, I don't know if I'd fuck Houndoom, but I'd at least die trying.
Houndoom is undoubtedly the most handsome out of those three.
I'm not man enough to like successfully fuck Houndoom, so I'll die trying, and then if I can, if Magcargo's edible, I want to give it a shot.
Oh, you want to eat a lava snail?
If you can eat it, yeah, if it's possible.
Awful. You can't do spicy food at all. You'd have 3 bites and you'd be like,
That's what I do. I go,
I should have eaten.
No, you know what I do? I do like.
You do. You're a big sucker.
I suck in. I don't want to eat an unknown. It doesn't look good. There's no meat on it.
Fuck it.
There's no meat.
Fuck it.
I don't want to fuck it. I know you're fucking it. I want to fuck a Houndoom.
What a story.
I want to get fucked by Houndoom.
At least you're gonna get fucked by Houndoom.
You know what the worst part? I bet you're like halfway through fucking a bee, fucking unknown bee. 23 more letters are coming in. You're fucking.
Oh, I got it. I got
you're
time.
their pitch
I got
now.
time for all those letters, baby. Okay, take me out. All right, this next one's actually really good. Celebi, Ho-Oh, and Lugia. If you're not fucking Celebi, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'd feel so bad.
Why?
Celebi just doesn't look like she wants to get fucked.
That's so fair. That's so fair.
Celebi's too innocent.
But like, Celebi's adorable.
I love Celebi's one of my favorite Pokemon.
That's a wild choice. Okay.
I think I'd fuck Lugia.
You'd fuck Lugia?
Lugia's got sex appeal, and I don't know why.
Lugia does low-key have sex appeal. I can't disagree with you there. Mostly because, once again, Mewtwo build. You know?
Yeah.
Like a big old thighs. No, I'm still fucking Celebi. I think Lugia is too much power for me.
Look, it's a Houndoom situation for sure. Like, I'm wasted on Lugia.
Oh, yeah.
Or Lugia's wasted on me, rather.
Almost definitely.
I think I'll take Lugia. We eat Ho-Oh, obviously.
It's a turkey.
Yeah, you know
Ho-Oh was a turkey.
And Celebi's literally an onion.
Yeah.
I'm not eating a whole onion.
Just a whole
Just a
hog
whole
in an
onion that 40 seconds ago had feelings and thoughts.
No, I fuck Celebi, I eat Ho-Oh, and I let Lugia go. But like, man,
You know what I mean about Lugia,
Lugia's
right?
a good hear me out.
You know what I mean,
Lugia
right?
is a good hear me out. I'm definitely on your side here, especially because its wings kind of look like hands.
Yeah.
You know. So all right, that's a great one. Stank.
This next one's gonna be interesting.
Ooh.
Blissey, Miltank, and a curveball, but also maybe not a curveball. Stantler.
Blissey.
Stantler's got that rump.
Oh,
Stantler's got that rump on him.
I can't say no to Blissey.
No?
What's Blissey's? What's
Chansey?
Yeah.
Didn't you want what's the one with the egg?
Chansey. Is it not Chansey? Blissey isn't Blissey Chansey's evolution?
Let me see. I gotta get a look at this gal.
Blissey has the highest stats.
You don't
want
to do it because she's a mother last time.
No, that's why I did it. That's why I did it.
Bliss is good.
Because it was either that or Lickitung. And I said that the men in this podcast would choose Chansey as over Lickitung because that's lust versus love. But at the same time, dude, Miltank is a cow that could get it.
I was like, let me hear out Miltank, and I looked at it, and I'm like, I don't know about this.
It's a cow that could get it,
I'm
dude.
not one for udders. I'm looking at a fucking image.
Oh my god, I forgot about Stantler's fat ass, dude. Holy
dude,
shit.
Stantler's built like a Pixar mom.
Oh my
dude.
god.
Stantler could fucking get down.
Stantler does evolve into Rhydeer, though, who's just Santa. Who's just Santa. Dude,
more like Hansa.
Dude, yeah, that's Hanta.
More like Chris Hansen. Hi, Chris Hansen. Have a seat.
Please stop fucking these deer. Please. Are you here to meet this deer?
Nick, I'm going to show you an image, a canonical image.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me yes or no you're going to tell me if you are more inclined or less inclined to fuck Miltank after seeing this image.
Oh, way more inclined.
What are you
way
talking
more
about?
inclined. That does it for me, low key. Listen. I love a nipple suck. I like getting in there.
I showed Nick an image from Pokemon episode 241 where a Cyndaquil is just going to town.
Just getting real matronly with this fucking Miltank.
Suck it. Okay, how about this?
Yep, absolutely.
This is Meowth
That's
and
what I want to be.
Cyndaquil.
Get me in there.
Getting their suck on.
No, dude, fucking say what you will. Miltank is a MILF.
Yeah,
In the Pokemon world, Miltank is a MILF.
Yeah, MILF tank.
This is a tough one. And I'm gonna feel bad for it. So I'm gonna fuck Blissey because again,
okay, not Miltank.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna let Miltank go.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna eat Stantler. That's a mom. Dude, Miltank's a mom. I can't eat her. That's a mother.
You have one option that comes with a side of egg and another option that comes with a glass of milk, and you're eating the fucking dump loading.
I'm eating dude, I've had deer. Venison's delicious.
I fuck Blissey because that's just the right call.
It's the right call, objectively.
Stantler's my second. I think you're out of your mind with Miltank.
That's a loaded list. I'm not saying that I wouldn't give Stantler a second look at a bar. I absolutely would.
Yeah.
But that's a loaded list.
I'm getting with Blissey. I probably eat Miltank. I like burgers.
Oh, what the fuck, Stank?
And then what?
This next one's nuts.
Porygon 2, Fortress, or Pinecone? This ain't hard.
That's 3 of the sharpest Pokemon in existence.
Is Porygon 2 not the smooth one?
Porygon 2 is... Oh my god, Porygon 2 is the smooth one.
Easy. Stank, you have follied. Fuck Porygon 2.
If you had done Porygon 1... Oh, but Porygon 1 is from Gen 1.
Yeah.
This is just the rubber ducky.
He's the smoothest you're gonna get on this list.
Fortress.
It's Porygon 2.
Fortress is just a clam. Just a big old sharp clam.
What do you think Pinecone is?
He's a pine cone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally just a pine cone.
Fuck Porygon, eat Fortress because that's the only one that seems like an animal.
Yeah, because he's a clam.
And then you just don't even pick Pinecone off the tree.
The 300-pound pine cone. Yeah, no, that's the only choice we're afforded.
What an insult of a Pokemon, Pinecone. What a just waste.
What about Garbodor or Vanillish? Vanillish is just ice cream.
Look, I'm not saying they're all home runs.
No, there's 1,000 of them.
I'm just saying. This one's just a dude on his walk to work and was like, all right, there's one.
Oh, yeah, fucking got it. That's all I need.
Tyranitar, Donphan, Ursaring.
Oh, Ursaring is a high...
I don't know why I'm between Ursaring and Donphan.
Ursaring is a high tier choice. He's just a bear, like an actual bear.
Yeah.
But he's got like bear energy in terms of like a gay term, bear energy.
Right.
Like he's a big dude. He's got fantastic shoulder little tassels. I like that they gave him shoulder tassels because objectively otherwise he would just be a bear.
Yeah.
God, Nintendo is so bad at being creative.
This generation, I think, has the most. They're just a blank
They're
Pokemon.
just a bear.
We have Pinecone, Octillery, Ursaring.
Donphan. Oh my God, Donphan is an elephant. I forgot about this.
Just an elephant.
Oh, who do you? Man, I fuck Tyranitar.
Really? Not Ursaring?
No, I fuck Tyranitar. Absolutely,
Okay.
dude. Tyranitar
is all like scale though.
Oh wait, I mixed
hard.
up
Rough.
Tyranitar and the legendary. Who's the legendary? The red one.
Groudon?
I mixed up Tyranitar and Groudon.
Okay.
Ooh, that is just scale.
It's just Godzilla.
See, here's the thing. This is what separates the Scalies from the furries right here.
Right.
This is...
I think the only tough one is which one do you eat? Because you objectively eat Ursaring. I mean, you objectively fuck Ursaring. Who are you eating? Do you want to try an elephant or you want to try...
I fucked Halsin in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And that was actually just a bear. So I mean, who am I to throw stones this late in the game?
Right.
Yeah, I fuck Ursaring.
God, I wish I got to fuck Halsing. Gale fucking swindled me into bed.
Yeah, you should have just refused him. You should have just refused him a magical item, and then he would have ran away.
Magic trick. I want to see his magic trick. I didn't think it'd be his penis.
You saw his magic trick. He made his penis disappear. Who do you eat, Tyranitar or Donphan?
I guess Tyranitar.
I feel like
I'd feel bad. Elephants are the smartest.
Bad eating an elephant. Yeah.
Yeah, elephants are the smartest animal.
Well, what is Tyranitar? The Godzilla?
Yeah. I'm sure he's like
I might get powers, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a piece of shit.
That was a tough one.
Ready? Right. Pillow-swine, Sneasel.
Ew.
Or Sizor.
Sneasel?
What? Sneasel just looks like a fucking cheerleader.
Sneasel? Oh, wait. I thought Sneasel was the one with like the... Oh, wait. Hold up. Sneasel can get it. Fucking absolutely Sneasel can get it. I thought Sneasel had the like snot coming out of its nose.
I don't know. No, it's not sneezing.
Well, there is a Pokemon that has snot coming out of its nose.
Dude, Sneasel can 100% get it. Are you kidding me?
This Sneasel?
Yeah,
that Sneasel?
The purple one? Shiny or...
I don't know if that's the shiny or not.
Sizor's not bad. I don't love that he has
scissors for hands?
Yeah, scissors for hands.
Yeah, it's not a great sell for relations.
He has fucking like clamp saws for hands.
Sizor does kind of look like an anime MC though, doesn't he?
He's great looking. He's cool. He kind of looks like that Full Metal Alchemist guy with the big clamp saw for a hand.
Who immediately loses his clamp saw for a hand.
Doesn't clamp saw a goddamn thing.
What the fuck is Pillow-swine?
Pillow-swine is exactly what his name implies.
A pillow and a swine?
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait, you eat that.
I love Pillow-swine.
You eat. Oh, listen, I'm not going to be happy about it, but you eat that.
Here's the thing, though. Do you like pork or do you like lobster more? Because I guarantee you Sizor
has wings. He's an insect. He's not a lobster.
Oh, my lord.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, changes things, right?
He looks like he tastes like lobster.
But he's red. I get where you're coming from, but no, he's got wings. He's a bug.
Eat Pillow-swine, fuck Sneasel.
Yep.
Easy. Wow. We've never been this agreed.
Steelix. Gilgar and Girafarig.
Gligar,
whatever.
I'll tell you right now, Girafarig can get it.
Girafarig could get it, but I don't know if I could give it to Girafarig is the only issue. I got to stand on my two horses.
You know what I hate about this generation and this game specifically? All the ones that we've wanted to fuck. Gligar? Oh, hold on. You might be on at something.
Gligar's got the tongue?
What is Steelix doing in this lineup? He doesn't belong here.
I think Onyx was in the last one.
But I mean, like, you're not fucking Steelix.
you're not eating Steelix.
Goodbye, Steelix.
Goodbye, Steelix. It's a built-in leave. It's fucking. That's
what I'm saying.
It's 10,000 pounds of metal.
Yeah. This generation has been the most embarrassing to do this game for because I think more often than not, the one that is just an animal is the one that we fuck.
Well, except Chansey. It's that or some fucking eldritch horror or a fucking pile of steel.
Agreed. Which one? So Gligar or Girafarig? Because I see Gligar's a hear me out if ever I
feel
saw
like I'm
one.
going Gligar, honestly.
Yeah, just a cute little dude.
Just a cute little dude. Gligar kind of reminds me of Moxie.
Gligar comes with the butt plug.
Gligar does come with a butt plug. I don't know how you would work that out, like, physically.
You put it in your ass, my guy.
Look at this. Look at that. It's adorable.
He is cute.
Man.
I'd like to reiterate, you put it in your ass.
Oh, is that how butt plugs work?
Yeah.
Also, look at Gligar's evolutions.
Yeah. Gliscor?
Yeah.
Very good.
I was looking, yeah.
What's, let me take a look at Girafarig, though. Because Girafarig...
I know what Girafarig looks like.
Girafarig's cute. Have you seen Girafarig's evolution? Because that fixes things. What?
You mean the giraffe and giraffe cosplay?
The giraffe and Girafarig cosplay, because that fixes things. The tail no longer wants to eat you.
That's fair, and like that's where you're going to be objectively. So that's kind of the issue here. Girafarig's cute. Girafarig's cute. You know what? Can we go on a slight tangent here? Can we go on a slight little walk down?
Yeah.
Possibly dangerous lane.
If you're not about to say the same thing I have an equally dangerous thing.
I was scrolling TikTok the other day.
Okay.
And I was like, I somehow ended up like on a TikTok about a furry. I think it was like one guy was like, I was at this furry convention and like people kept passing out or like, I hate this kind of furry or something. And I stumbled upon, I stumbled into furry talk for a little bit. And I was just like looking and I was like, oh, what is like, I got to this TikTok where everyone's like, oh, the coolest fursuits I saw. And I was under the impression that everybody was a wolf, but people were like fucking moths and shit.
Yeah.
And there was some really cool suits. But then apparently there's a subsect of furry, like dumb. And everyone's like, oh, these kinds of suit people suck. And people don't like dragons. I don't know why.
Oh,
but if
Scalies or whatever?
Yeah, well, it's not even Scalies. People are
Right.
like, oh,
Just
like dragons. And then there was another word that was like a dragon-esque thing. And everyone's like, we don't fuck with those people.
Why?
For some reason, there's like some lore. There's some like lore behind the certain kind of dragon. Everyone's like, if you're in that, you're weird. That or a dog in a police outfit.
A Paw Patrolman?
Yeah, if you're a Paw Patrolman, people don't fuck with you. Or if you're the guy who makes his fursuit out of like carpet scraps. People don't like you. So I went down a furry hole. And it was so nice. It was kind of cool. It was like stumbling upon a reality television show you haven't found. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're like,
drama.
I guess I'll watch all of Hardcore Pawn this month.
Yeah, like, dude, I didn't know there was so much drama in this corner of the internet.
I feel that.
It was great.
Interesting. I wonder if it's like... I'm sure there's actual lore behind it. I wonder if it's one of those things where, like, similar to, like, D&D, I hear people, like, some groups don't like you being, like, a dragonborn, because that's usually a red flag that you're like, oh, I'm the MC of this D&D game. Like, dragons and dragonkin are just a big indicator of someone who's, like, has main character syndrome.
Gotcha. Fucking God complex.
But at the same time, I feel like if you're a furry... You'd want some variety. I feel like everyone's a dog. Like, I'm under the same impression as you.
I saw so many. Dude, I saw, like, moths. And,
dude, if I see a fucking moth rolling around...
The moth one was sick.
Sick as hell. I love moths.
It was a thick-ass moth.
Moths are cool. Moths are sick.
It was a thick-ass moth.
They're thick. Here's my dangerous qualm that's worse than yours.
Okay, cool.
The more we do this, are you finding yourself predisposed to certain animals? Because for some reason, when I see a horse or a deer, I'm like... more likely to hear that out.
You know what it is? What was that? Was that animated Disney movie?
Spirit?
About horses. Yeah, that's what it was. That fucking dude, I'm telling you right now, that was governmental programming.
Spirit
Yeah.
is such an erotic movie.
Needlessly so for a movie about horses.
There's a scene, I have a script. I have like a 6-page script for a video on Spirit that I wrote 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because Sarah on like a date 3 showed me Spirit and I was like, this is horny as fuck.
It like literally bred an entire generation of horse girls. And if you ever had it, like if you saw a Spirit t-shirt, you're like, no, thank you. Stay away from me.
Thank you, ma'am.
You fucking stallion sexer.
Dude, there's a scene in Spirit where like the US cavalry shows up and they catch him. They like they're like breaking him, and they have him all like tied to spread eagle, this fucking horse, because he keeps bucking him off.
Oh God!
And then they're like, but they'll like start with like,
and then they're like, here's your ball gag. We had to make it special.
They gag him.
Do they?
They gag him, and then they cut his hair, and he's all feisty and fighting about it and everything. And then it's so
For what
erotic.
reason would you need to gag a horse?
It's
For what reason would you need? I'm sorry, was he saying slurs? Like, why would you? They don't spit. I'll tell you that right now.
He's chomping or something, but they gag him. They gag him, they tie him spread eagle, and they brand him, and they shave his head. And he's feisty the whole time.
Guarantee you right now, that moment awoke a kink in somebody.
Sarah.
That she wanted to be fucking quartered, gagged, and branded? Yeah. You got something you need to tell me here?
Sarah, spirit was Sarah's awakening.
To horses or to bondage?
To something, to this guy.
Yeah, fucking both horse. I'm half horse, half leather.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, it's not even a hear me out. Spirit the horse is just too erotic.
He's hot.
Anyway, which one do you fuck?
Oh, I mean, giraffe rig. Listen, here's the thing. It's the eyes for me. I love a big anime eye. I'm obviously privy to a big anime eye.
You can say that about both of them, though.
I feel as though I'm going to stick with Gligar, and I'm going to eat giraffe rig because I'm not eating steel. Here's my question. In a world that has humans, how has Steelix not just been melted down? How, like, oh, hey, here's 10,000 pounds of this incredibly important resource. I'm sorry, we're knocking it out, and it's becoming it's becoming the building.
Dude, they'll never do it because Pokemon has been shifting towards like cutesy and like college dorm like comfort.
Pokemon concierge kind of thing, yeah.
It's like comfy now. They'll never do it. Give me a single season of a PG-13 Pokemon where they're like, there's a war arc and they're like melting down Steelixes for weapons.
They have like Steelix like on the front line and he's like acting as a barrier. They're like all behind Steelix and they're like, whoa.
Dude, it'd be fucking awesome and it'd sell huge. Like, I'll never understand companies' aversion to making adult versions of their thing. Like,
because it doesn't cheapen the child's thing.
It doesn't cheapen the child. Like, Marvel is proof of that now. Star Wars is proof of that.
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo will never make like a rated M fucking Metroid or Pokemon now.
If anything it should be Metroid.
Which it should be Metroid.
Yeah.
Zelda like doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And Zelda's dark enough, but like they'll never do like a PG-13 Pokemon anime for no reason. And it's because the company's like, oh, we're a kid's brand and that'll damage the brand. It will only liven the brand.
Yeah.
People who have fallen off of Pokemon, I guarantee there are people who like fell off of it. And if you were like, oh, there's a Pokemon War arc and it's PG-13, those people, even though they're in their 20s, will check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Toonami came back to Cartoon Network, I remember being in high school.
Could you imagine just watching like a Charizard coming down on a Steelix and just like flame throwing it and you just see like melting away? It's like fucking like, and like the droplets are like falling on Machamps below it. They're like, dude, that'd be sick.
That'd be awesome. I had like a vision, like, or like a daydream just now of like, Charizard just carpet bombing and you just see smoke.
Like Game of Thrones. Like,
like
Game of Thrones scene.
And it's like flying above the smoke and then you just see a Steelix come out of the smoke and grab it like a shark.
That'd be sick.
It'd be awesome when... So Toonami, which was Cartoon Network's like airing of anime, and it ran from like, I don't know, when I was in elementary school to middle school, and then it went away for a while.
It's back now, I think.
It's back now. It came back when I was like a senior in high school. I remember like so many kids who like stopped watching anime, who like made fun of me and others for watching anime. When Naruto came back to Cartoon Network, they all came back to Naruto.
Yeah.
And it's like, it do so well. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Is this your all the kids I went to high school were posers?
They're posers. And look at me now.
And look at you now.
DM me,
onward
please.
Towards glory.
Please, if you knew me in high school, tell me I'm doing a good job.
You move with so much conviction. Anytime you're like, oh my God, this would make everybody who bullied me in high school upset if they saw this. And I'm like, Danny, they're not following you. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I know.
I would love the idea of like bullying a kid and then being like, I gotta find him on Instagram. I gotta see if he does better than me. Yeah, it would be so funny. The second you did even something remotely successful, I'd be like, unfollow. Like, fucking see you later.
Yeah. Fucking but I fucked Giraffaric.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. All right, next up we have Skarmory, Mukro, and Yanma. Oh, those are
Skarmory, Murkrow, or Yanma. I'll tell you right now, it's Murkrow.
Yanma is literally just a dragonfly.
Yeah.
It's just a dragonfly.
It's Murkrow. You fuck Murkrow.
Murkrow is the sassy crow, right?
You know what I thought you were going to say with Steelix? I thought you were going to say, when it comes to Pokemon that are clearly, like, not meat, are we assuming they're meat? Like, do you assume...
the inside?
Yeah, are you assuming you
cut Onyx down the middle and there's meat inside?
Yeah.
God, no.
No, he's
Sentient
just rock?
stone. Sentient stone.
All right. Those are the rules. We've established the rules.
Imagine you cut open Geodude and he's just a brain under all that.
That's my assumption. He has to have fucking something. He talks.
He's just sentient rock.
He talks.
Yeah, he's sentient rock. It's magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. That'd be crazy.
When was the last time you watched Pokemon?
Oh, a decade, maybe two.
I threw on the latest anime, Pokemon Horizons, the other day just to see what it was like. The moment I saw a Pokemon say its own name, I started cracking up.
Yep.
It's like a girl moves into a new town, and because they got rid of Ash, so it's new protagonist, and it opens with this little girl moving into a new town, and like there's like a Machamp like moving crew.
Yeah.
And she like gets off the bus and she turns around and this little Machamp grabs the box and goes, Machamp. And I was like,
she was like, do I have to tip now? What do you want from here? Do Pokemon get paid for the work they do?
They do so much labor.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I need somebody to fucking... That's why Nintendo won't do it, because it really topples the brand.
Like a Detroit, become human, like fucking Pokemon. That'd be sick.
I'd love for them to go to, like, some town where, like, all of Pokemon's pretty...
Are Pokemon slaves?
Yeah, 100%.
Kind of, right?
They are forced to fight.
Yeah.
And also, you have to hurt them into submission to catch them.
Yeah, you have to like poison them or put them to sleep, and they're like, ball time.
You gotta poison them. It's like, you want to go to the hospital, you little bitch?
Yeah, you want to get your ball time. And there's like a nurse Joy being like, "Are you okay?" They're like, "No."
Yeah, and then you just lean into the Chansey, and you're like, "If there isn't a Giraffaric in the next 40 miles, I am fucking you."
Listen, you and me and that egg are gonna see what the real balls in this universe are like.
You better fucking hope we run into a Baneri.
Oh, if I don't see a Ponyta, I'm gripping that shit.
But they're slaves. I'd love for in the anime for them to just like, because most of the Pokemon world is like utopian. Like Pokemon love it. They love being slaves.
Oh, they love it.
They're super into it.
We've never said that before.
I'd love for them to like go to Sinnoh, Detroit, and just be like, fucking, what happened here? It's like on fire. They're like, the Pokemon aren't into it. They're not into it here.
They've never been into it. They've never been into it. I'm fucking Mukro.
You have to. Murkrow.
Oh God.
I thought you just threw up. You fuck Murkrow, you eat
Skarmory, which is just a metal bird.
What an impasse, because you don't eat bugs.
And I don't eat,
this one's metal.
This one's metal. Maybe I just eat Yanma so I can get it over quickly. I'm just
I'd eat
no, and it's gone. It's just gone forever.
I do it in front of my other Pokemon party. This is how easy it is.
You talk shit to me. Yeah.
You next, Gengar. You take a bite.
You want your Leppy Berry? Too bad.
Everyone take a bite of this Yanma.
We're doing it together.
This is what I was gonna say. In The Legend of Korra, there's a guy. They like find a bison poacher. This dude just wearing Appa skins. I want that in Pokemon. I want a dude just wearing Donphan like armor.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
And then that's when you just go in and you're like, all right, Donphan, let's fucking like run it, but you have the Killua of Donphans coming to like get the skins back, or no, the Croppica.
Yeah.
Trying to get the fucking skins back. All right, this is a good one here.
I need Skarmory and fuck Murkrow.
Yeah. Hitmontop, Delibird, Smeargle.
This is interesting.
This one is interesting.
Hitmontop's a hot one, right?
Hitmontop is kind of just the dude, which is great news. I hate that the ears go down. I'm going to be real with you, but like...
I always looked at it as hair, but you're right.
But like Hitmontop is kind of a guy, that's a plus. Delibird is also kind of a guy.
Hitmontop looks like a Goomba that learned to kickbox.
Yeah, it's a Goomba that hit a growth spurt and then was like, I'm gonna get employed. Delibird has a job, and I do find that attractive.
Yeah, you like success.
Yeah, I do. I love a man with direction. And then Smeargle. Oh, Smeargle's kind of a bad bitch, but also is technically modeled after Smeagol.
I mean, Smeargle is a fucking artsy ass, e-boy ass dude.
Smeargle's the guy you meet performatively reading at a cafe. Or I guess in his case, performatively painting.
Yeah, Smeargle looks like he fucks. Smeargle looks like a good lover.
I'm gonna
Delibird also wouldn't be a bad guy.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah?
Because I'm old and because my brain is, on we gotta settle down. I'm going with Delibird.
You going with Delibird?
I'm going with Delibird because I feel like Delibird would support me. Delibird's got a job. Delibird's the only what Pokemon outside of Machamp actually has a job?
Look, I don't mind. I hate that canonically Machamp is just a moving service.
Dude, it's literally it's just retired fighters.
Yeah.
It's retired prize fighters who now just run celebrity moving companies. That's literally it.
I don't want to look. I don't mean to change your opinion on Delibird. If you love Delibird, you love him. This one is just Santa. Literally, it's Santa. You didn't like Stantler because he was Santa.
I didn't like Stantler on account of the fact that his ass looked more like a tumor than an ass.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. Yeah, I'll go Smeargle because I like me an emo bitch.
It's just you. It's so you.
It's me.
It's so you coded.
It's very that. And
what
then
are you eating?
I eat. Oh God, Delibird.
That's genuinely fair. I feel like I can't eat Hitmontop because I feel like he would kind of taste like he's just kind of he's a guy.
He's just a guy. It's like eating Machamp.
I would feel nothing wrong with eating Smeargle.
That's fair. I don't know what he tastes like.
I would shoot Smeargle directly in between. I'd walk into the $9 coffee fucking cafe he was performatively painting and to just fucking Joker one tap him in the skull.
To point blank shoot him. And you're like, I'm not eating that one, and leave.
I just had more bullets. I'm sorry.
You'd be like, someone eat that.
Yeah. You guys got it. You guys got a kitchen back there. Cook that up.
Can you imagine how weird and scary it'd be? Imagine you're in a diner and you're just sitting there. Or not even diner. You're in you're at a CVS. You're at a CVS. You're looking at multivitamins. Somebody walks in the store, shoots the cashier point blank in the face, and then goes, "You're on the menu," and then leaves.
Did they have beef? Was that a revenge killing?
I just love the idea of being a bystander to a one-liner because it doesn't make any fucking sense to you.
To anybody without the full context of what's going on here.
No, Delibird, I feel very bad for eating, but I'd have to eat him.
He's just a family man. That's just, it's so incredibly rude. All right, Kingdra, Mantine, or Azumarill?
Kingdra. Who is that? Is that the sea? The horse?
Kingdra is, the seahorse.
Oh, fuck. But this is tough.
Kingdra could get it.
I'm going to tell you right now, they all can. They all can in their own unique ways.
Mantine?
Kingdra, I think you'd like Kingdra because Kingdra looks like he shops at Dior.
Oh, dude. Mantine reminds me of Sarah. I feel like if Sarah was a Pokemon, she'd be Mantine.
I like how I'm Kingdra is Dorothy and you're Mantine is Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely.
This fucking. Should I be insulted?
What do you mean?
Sarah, what
do you mean?
The doopiest fucking.
She's doopy. Sarah's doopy, objectively.
You know what? You might have sold me. I think I might go with Mantine.
I've told you multiple times that Sarah reminds me of a frog on a lily pad.
This is an absolute cutie patootie.
That is a cutie patootie. Azumarill is also a cutie patootie, but Azumarill is cute in a different way. Azumarill is Azumarill gives me golden retriever energy. Oh, this is tough.
Azumarill's not a bad pick.
I feel like I fuck Kingdra. He serves cunt. He serves cunt, dude. He's got a sharp jawline. Dude, have you seen his jawline? Look at him. Look at him.
I don't know what the protocol with the C word is.
Dude, look at him serving cunt. Look at this motherfucker. Oh my God.
Boy, is he.
Damn. Dude, he could absolutely get it.
He looks like he's just got back from a masquerade ball.
Absolutely. And then I'm eating Azumarill and I'm letting Mantine go. I shouldn't have said that Mantine reminds me of Sarah because I was like, I'm gonna
fucking hork.
I got a leg of hers already.
I ran into a similar issue with Kingdra, but Mantine, I'm having the absolute cuddliest, smooshiest sex with.
If Sarah had a choice between human meat and
thank God, I thought you were going to say between you and me. And I was I'm not ready to answer this.
If she had a choice between human meat and cow meat, what would she eat?
I don't know. I've seen her cry over, like, we went to the Gentle Barn and you get to sit down and just pet the cow.
Yeah.
And I saw her cry over sadness and happiness that this cow was saved.
I would genuinely.
It depends on the human. Like, I don't think if you like just threw them both in a room. Here's the thing about humans is like they can be evil. A cow like simply can't.
I don't know.
What? Even if a cow wanted to be evil, what could it do?
Could kill a matador.
The matador deserves it. The matador's fucking poking at the cow for entertainment.
Him full of a bunch of holes.
I'd argue matadors are evil.
That's just combat, baby. That's just man versus cow.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the person.
Crazy.
Here's the thing. A person could be evil, but a cow can't beg. You know what I mean?
Cow
pros
can't
and
beg.
cons.
What do you mean? Oh, like for the
its
life? Well, I'm not saying Sarah's got a fucking...
Well, what's the context? If I serve both, well, why'd she have to eat it? Gun to her head?
I'd say so.
I don't know if it'd matter then. Because if it's already dead, it's more the process of factory killing them.
I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask her this next time I see her.
I don't think you should.
I'm absolutely going to ask her this.
It's two vegans. It's like the equivalent of like, it's like if I asked Dorothy, like, what's a good Chinese restaurant?
I was really hoping you were going to do the accent. I was really hoping, because you're so good at it. You're so good at it. And you're so good at it. I was really,
Don't turn this bit on me. I've never done the accent.
I was really excited to hear it. Everybody was going to really love it. Oh, I saw you. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah. God damn it.
But like,
oh, yes. Immediate sweat. I've never done it.
It's just like that. It's like Sarah was telling me Greta was like giving her some like some guff where they were like
about being a vegan.
Yeah,
where I thought it was like I thought Sarah was doing. I thought Greta was giving her best accent.
A big ching chong.
Yeah, just doing her best accent.
No, Greta was like being like Sarah was like Greta was like, oh, here's some meat thing, and she's like, oh, I'm actually vegan. And she's like, oh, like I never had to think about people being vegan until I moved to the West. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like, just eat stuff. Sarah's like, oh.
Whoopsie. Oh, okay. That seems as though I've stumbled into a trap here.
But it's just like stuff like that.
I love that idea. I love the idea of being like a fuck you.
Yeah, like vegan microaggressions.
How dare you?
I know.
All right. So I
fuck Mantine, eat Azumarill.
Nice.
Good meat on Azumarill.
Okay.
I don't know what Ampharos is.
I don't know what any of these are. So it's Ampharos, Flaffy, and Ledian.
What is Ledian?
I don't know what any of these are.
Ledian might be a ladybug. Let's see. Ledian's not bad.
Oh, dude, Flaffy's a little sheep. It's the electric type sheep, I believe. Yeah. Flaffy is the electric.
Not a bad lineup. I'd say Flaffy reminds me more of Sarah even.
Really?
Ampharos.
Ampharos kind of reminds me of Dorothy, so that works.
Oh my God. Whoa, this one's even more accurately Dorothy and Sarah.
Ampharos is very Dorothy coded. Absolutely.
These could all get it for sure. 100%. This has been a long segment.
This 15 has gone a while here. Fortunately, we have nothing else to do today, so this is all you got. Oh, Letty, this looks like a fan drawn Pokemon.
What? Oh, Ledian? I know Ledian looks like a Mega Man.
Yeah, well, it looks like a Mega Man, but then you scroll over and you get to this, and I'm like, which one is it?
That's a different ladybug. That one evolves into Ledian.
Okay. Yo, I'll tell you right now, Ledian could Loki get it. In like a superhero sense.
If I had a nickel for each time Nick cucking Danny came up on a podcast.
Well, okay, all right. Can we give context behind this? Can we give some context behind why this happens?
What?
Well, it's because me and Sarah's consensual relationship. No, it's because the first time that Sarah ever met me, it was back when I still lived in Pasadena, and they came over for like a pool party, and so I was like obviously shirtless. I was cooking and all that, and when Danny and Sarah left the house after, Sarah was like to Danny, she went, "Wow, Nick's fit," and Danny was like, "But I'm fit too, right?" And she was like, "Well, like Nick's like ripped," and Danny was like, you can never say that again. So now it's very much an ongoing bit that every time we talk about Sarah.
Yeah, she's like, wow, Nick's fit. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, well, I don't mean anything by it. And I was like, I didn't think you did.
You're the one bringing it up. Yeah. So I'm going to fuck Ampharos.
Dorothy's trim.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I don't need to be in this relationship. I'm eating Flaffy and I'm letting Ledian go.
Yeah, I'll get with Flaffy. She's cute and short. I'll eat Ampharos, let Ledian go.
Dude, Ambrose is just fucking serving like
What?
girl boss. All right, so last one, Noctile, Centret, Jump Pluff.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I apparently don't know.
Gen 2 is a lot of throwaway.
It is a lot of throwaway Pokemon. Noctile is just an owl.
Yeah.
This entire gen is just a blank. It's literally just animals.
Jumpluff, I don't think I could bring myself to fuck or eat. That one has to go.
Everyone was like, oh, Power World. Oh, Power World stole all the Pokemon from Pokemon. Pokemon stole all the Pokemon from real world, like the real world. So
Yo, Centret is getting it so hard.
I also was like, I feel as though Centret could get it.
I've never seen a Pokemon with more sex appeal than Centret.
Yeah, Jumpluff just kind of seems like a root vegetable tied to a blueberry.
All right, I'm getting with Centret. I'm eating Noctowl.
You know what? I'm not there. I'm eating Jumpluff. I'm fucking Centret, and I'm letting Noctowl go.
You're eating Jumpluff? It's a weed.
It looks like a blueberry. It's a blueberry with pollen. Fucking pick the pollen off. That's just the world's biggest blueberry.
You're eating this poor creature.
Absolutely.
This poor little thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying not to eat the endangered owls.
I guess so.
Look at a weed gets picked. Whatever will we do? Well, that's chomp, chuck, and fuck, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as you enjoyed the first one.
Might have taken an hour.
No, it took like 40 minutes. It took like a loose 45 minutes.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah.
Can I tell you my best boy? In fact.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
My piss boy is the Grubhub delivery driver who brought me my milkshake yesterday.
Did we ever resolve that? What happened?
Let me tell you.
Yep.
Last night, Nick and I recorded our monthly Patreon video,
which is chained together, and it's actually like laugh out loud funny.
Objectively, the best Patreon content we've recorded.
Yeah.
Some of the most fun I've had with you.
Yeah.
It was outrageously fun. It was a great time. It was so hard and so exhausting that towards the end, I was like, I need a treat. I've earned a treat.
You need what did you call it?
What, a Milky or something?
No, well, yes, we were like, I need like a Trumpy or like a Treatums. That's what like I need a Treatums. And I was like, you deserve it. Because objectively, me and Stank were fucking liabilities. Because in this game, you're all chained together and Danny was the middle guy and the middle guy's like the anchor to the team. And I was missing everything.
There's so many instances of like Nick and Stank falling off and I'm up and I have to like pull one of them up and I turn around to pull the other up and then the one I pulled up falls off.
Yeah, we're just fucking drunk kids stumbling around.
It was awful. There's a lot of, I was like in the shower today concerned that we did the Sheen bit too often.
Yeah.
It may be our most annoying video because we are just goofing.
It was we forgot we were recording like 7 times.
But so anyway, I was like, I need a Treatums. I deserved it. I order from my favorite place in the whole wide world. It's boba time.
Yep.
I looked at the clock and I said, it's boba time.
It's boba. It's you, me. It's time for boba.
Boba o'clock. I like how we're both so tired.
I like 2 kinds of balls in my mouth, and it's my boyfriend's and tapioca.
We're both doing like a trumpet 40% because it's so late. But so I grub it. I hub it.
Oh, you grubbed it.
And
but you didn't grub it. Is the issue?
No. So I order it like 10 minutes before we're done with the game. It arrives. We finish up the game, and I'm like, cool. I'm gonna go get the thing. I open the door.
Paid $20 for it, by the way.
Yeah, I paid 20 smackaroons for my milkshake, for my strawberry milkshake.
Made only worse by the fact that right after we started filming, Josh and John went to go get milkshakes, and they're like, hey, you want anything? And you didn't see it.
And I didn't respond, so I paid 20 bones for a milkshake.
20 denaris.
That should cost at most $7.
Yeah.
But if I went to get it, they'd be closed. Yeah. So it was my only option. So I paid 20 clams for this milkshake. I go outside, go to my front porch, simply not there.
Yep.
It says it's delivered. I open the phone. I've never seen a front door that looks anything like the one he took a picture of.
There's like shoes outside of it. It's like a nice neighborhood. Yeah. Not the kind of place a Kia would be broken into.
So then I'm like walking around my neighborhood and I'm like looking at people's driveways to try and like match it. And one dude's like on his couch and he's like staring at me. And we have a very aggressive neighborhood watch.
Which is just hilarious.
It's
because
so funny.
Like somebody tried to break into Sarah's car and nobody did anything about it.
No.
It's just when it's you.
So we have like an aggressive neighborhood watch and like a bunch of signs on houses that are like fucking pro-gun, like I have a gun thing signs.
Just and itching, just like literally itching
just
to pull it.
Trigger finger happy people. But so I'm like, oh fuck, like this dude's looking at me. Should I go up and say what I'm doing? No, that's even weirder. So then I stop and I like go back inside and I like show Josh the photo and I'm like, is this house anywhere in our neighborhood? And he's like, I don't know. I like can't tell. So then I go back outside and that dude is outside talking with someone else who has a headlamp on.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, fuck, I alerted the watch.
Yeah, the watch is fucking on you, dude.
And so I like walk out and they're like, hey pal, you lost, buddy? They said that. I was like, don't hit me with the pal and buddy, all right? We're not that friendly.
I'm squeezing. I'm squeezing at that point, dude. I'm just like, you know what? We're dying tonight. You know, like whatever.
It gets worse. It gets so much worse. Because I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I live right here. I ordered some food. I'm just looking for the food. And show him the picture. And he's like, oh, that's this house. Like, no worries. Like, I get my stuff delivered to the wrong thing all the time. And I was like, yeah, thank you. I go and grab the food. And then he goes, for context, you might remember I'm on a bit of like a toy kick recently.
Like as in you've been ordering toys to your house.
I've been ordering action figures and toys like an adult. And he goes, hey, are you Daniel? And I turn around and was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, did you get the toy I left on your doorstep?
Oh boy.
And I was like, excuse me?
Why do you know what I got ordered?
He was like, yeah, it got shipped to my house accidentally. I was like, oh yeah, my roommate picked it up.
Your neighborhood is not confusing. It's just a cul-de-sac.
It's a simple suburban cul-de-sac. And I was like, oh yeah, my roommate brought it in. Like, thank you so much. I'm sorry about that. And he was like, he like turned to the other guy and was like, yeah, you know, I got a box that said Big Bad Toy Store on my doorstep. And I was like, what is this, a sex toy?
Yep.
And I looked and I was like, no, you know, it's an action figure. And then I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's for my nephew. And then he was like, yeah, I was like, it's for my nephew. And then he goes,
why lie? You lie. You led with shame. Led with shame so hard. Not even mine.
Look, I'm already here with my fucking my Treedums.
Your melted milkshake.
My fucking overflowing melted milkshake with boba that I had to like Sly Cooper into someone's driveway.
Like action roll, yeah.
I'm already in my Naruto Crocs and like sweatpants.
Oh god, he's like, this neighborhood's going to shit.
I'm like, and so I'm like, just under my breath, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's for my nephew. And I did get my comeuppance because then he was like, he turns to the guy and he's like, for his nephew. Yeah, all right, buddy. And I'm like walking away. He's like, yeah, no, I know you're kind. This guy's probably got a whole shelf of them in his room. And then I go inside, I go into the kitchen and I just spike the milkshake into the trash can. I just went in my room and just sat on the floor. That dude fucking...
You got fucking dunked on.
I got fucking light Yagami so hard by this dude.
Oh my fuck.
That dude broke me down to such a size.
Oh my god.
As I fucking open up my 8th Pokeball of the week and put it on my
finally got the Master Ball. Oh, fuck, Danny. Danny, that's so bad. Danny, you have to kill him. Danny, you have to kill that guy.
I can't believe he caught my lie and was 100% accurate about everything I am. I actually almost cried.
Danny, we have to kill that guy. Like that guy knows us too well. He needs to die.
I'm gonna show up at his doorstep and just like have a gun out and be like, you know why this has to be.
Listen, you know what you did. It's pouring rain. It's like it's just only on you.
I simply have to.
Jesus Christ, Danny. Oh my God. Did you actually spike the milkshake? Did you actually? Okay, I was gonna say that would be a glory. A Sarah tries to touch you, like, get off me.
Get the fuck off.
He knows.
I just go in the kitchen, just pour it on the ground and wait for someone else to clean it.
Fucking Ava's got it. Oh, fuck. Oh, Danny, I'm so happy you told that story.
That was awful.
Danny,
it's not worse than the time that I asked Sarah if she wanted to dance with another man, but it made me feel worse.
Those are two of the most This Is Danny to a fucking core stories I've ever heard in my entire life. Hey, can I get a piece of that? I don't know, babe. Can you get a piece of that?
This guy wants to know if you're serving pieces.
Yo, you're communal cake, right?
Just love where I turned back to him. I gave him such a I tried.
All right, listen, man.
Dude, he respected it so much. He was like, thanks for asking, man.
He's like, I can't believe that worked. Oh, you want to know my best boy?
Last thing. He's just like, after that experience, he was like, that went crazy well. He just turns to another dude and he's like, can I get some of that? And the guy just lays him out. Like a man.
He gets fucking shanked. Yeah. Oh, are you one of my best boy? Me. And also that guy. It was me until I realized it was that fucking guy. Because holy shit, if I could adopt a father figure in Los Angeles, it's him.
That dude came out in an American flag, cutoff too. Like that's what he was wearing.
Oh,
and I'm in my
God.
my Air Force Jiraiya's.
You need to move. You need to move south.
I'm in my Jiraiya's.
I know his kind. He's been waiting his whole life to say that. My best boy is me because I secured $10,000 for our party on Saturday.
Explain.
So
people
me
don't
and
think you're
Danny are
laundering?
releasing Anime IRL tomorrow, which is not. I guess this is going to be released on Wednesday. So we're releasing Anime IRL Saturday. Oh God, June the 29th.
It's released.
Yeah, it's already out. If you're watching this, it's already out. So go watch it. It's linked into our description here, so please go watch it. It's me and Danny's new project together. But after we do it this week and release, oh God, I'm dying.
Please.
I have hiccups.
Which one is releasing first? Is it Family Feud or is it...
Family Feud's going out first. We're going to watch it together after this, actually. And we're going to do notes together. So Family Feud is releasing tomorrow at 10 a.m., which is absolutely massive, and I'm super stoked about it. And then we are the next weekend. So Anime Expo is July 4th weekend. That weekend, Saturday, July 6th, me and Danny have a friend who plans parties professionally. And he was like, hey, there's this guy with a $40 million mansion in Brentwood. You can throw the party there. So we're throwing a massive party for the release
party. Way to
party.
tell everybody where this party is happening.
A $40 million mansion in LA. Yeah, have fun. Have fun securing it down to that one. There's a lot of those, believe it or not. So we're throwing this big party with a bunch of our friends for the release of Anime IRL, and I just secured $10,000 to fund the party. So
Ooh, you always say releasal, and I think that's so funny.
What's wrong with the releasal?
What does releasal accomplish that release doesn't?
It's a smarter sounding word.
Is it?
Yeah. Sometimes, listen, hey, baby, it's all about perception. Perception is key. Can we do my flashback?
Sure.
Megan Thee Stallion sampled the JJK.
Yeah, and she rapped about it too.
It did so she got Yuji's English VA to come on and be like, I like a woman with a tall woman with a nice ass, like Grammy winning Megan Thee Stallion. And Dream Woman just became dreamier. I'm sure it's a huge day for you, as she is your dream woman.
Oh yeah, she is.
Which is so funny because if there was a polar opposite woman to Sarah, it would be Megan, the 5'10 Amazonian woman, the stallion.
Yeah, 5'10 Amazonian.
5'10 is Amazonian-esque.
It's a little taller than me.
For a woman, that's tall.
I guess so. She is perfect in every feasible way. I'd say her and Sarah are nearly identical.
Nearly identical.
Yeah,
actually,
nearly identical.
people do get stopped on, she does get stopped in the street because everyone's like, oh my God, Megan the Stallion. I was actually right. She's 5'10. That's crazy.
Dude, that's a prank I think I need to play.
Oh,
I need to
Danny, that's so
I need to take Sarah to Huntington Gardens, and I need to get there 2 hours beforehand and pay everyone there to stop us and be like, oh my God, Megan
the Stallion? That's really, she'll catch on to you immediately. Though. She knows. She knows these bits.
Yeah.
I feel like,
but that's such, I've never pulled something off.
That is, I would absolutely help you. I'll liquidate assets to get the money for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, is that a fucking incredible idea? We just need 100 to 200 people. That's it. We just grease a couple tenors into 200 people's hands and be like, hey, you're gonna see a 5'4" woman coming through here. She looks like she reads books about communism and how animal meat is evil. Call her Megan Thee Stallion.
If it's successful, I don't know, for some reason in my head, this is meaner. How would you feel about a sequel where we get everyone to call Dorothy Pedro Pascal?
That would be sick. It is meaner though. It's much meaner. Dorothy would not do it. She would not take that well at all.
I mean, we'll pick a different woman, but like,
one, because I believe Sarah is probably better at taking jokes than Dorothy, and two, because like one is like the number one most desirable woman on earth, and the other is Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal can absolutely get it. Holy shit.
Sorry,
Nick just Batista bombed Wagyu into my camera.
I fucking he wanted to come up in my lap, and then he was trying to eat me.
Anyway.
This is the part of our show where me and Danny get to love letters, unless do you have flashback news?
No.
Yeah, you never do. This is the part of the show where me and Danny go into love letters, where we get a question from our live audience that's watching us either on Patreon or YouTube. Got 6 people hanging out right now. Nick dropped Wagyu. I know, he's fine, guys. He's a pit bull. They can survive anything. They could survive Fallout if they needed to. So if you guys ever want to answer, if you guys ever want to ask us a question live that we get to answer live on the podcast, become a member of our Patreon or our YouTube membership. And not only will you get to watch the podcast early and live, but you'll also get to hang out with us before and after podcast and get 2 additional hours of content every single month. This month is our Chained Together series, which is absolutely hilarious. So if you want to literally bust a stitch watching me and Danny play video games, then I highly recommend becoming a Patreon this month.
So Sean Allen asks, how fast would the Scooby-Doo gang find out about Kira?
So how long did it take Light? A couple weeks?
I don't know. What is the timeline of Death Note?
Has the Scooby-Doo gang ever taken longer than 12 hours to break down like an entire fraudulent scheme? Like
I think Scooby-Doo Zombie Island is a weekend. That's the longest I can remember.
But still, like when you take a step back and like think about what they figure out, they're like, oh, like this billionaire is trying to defraud this entire like debunked amusement park so he can get an insurance payout. Yeah. And they figure that out in like 3 hours flat. Like if you think about it, it's never like they're never solving murder. They're always solving like fraud, like insurance fraud, basically. And it's just like a guy trying to like make some money, and then a bunch of 12-year-olds roll in, eat all his food, destroy his town, and then send him to jail.
It's always hardly a crime. Yep. I feel like if I own an amusement park and I am dressing up as a big ghoul or a tar monster or something, and I'm just scaring people.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be arrested for
if anything, that could be considered a feature. Like if you're in an amusement park, you're like, oh, there's the tar monster. Absolutely.
If nobody's getting hurt or murdered.
No one ever gets hurt or murdered. It's just like, oh, he was spooky. Yeah, man, that would bring people here.
I will say Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, people were being murdered.
Oh, God.
I think
but still, that only took them a weekend.
Yeah, no, exactly. Here's my counter. Has the Scooby-Doo gang ever dealt with a countrywide crime?
No.
They usually only have like 4 suspects. They don't have like all of Japan.
They blow into like the smallest town ever known to man, and they're like, we have a fraud case. And they're like, okay, yeah, we can absolutely work with this.
I'd love for one Scooby-Doo episode to be like, they just roll into like some town and they're like, what's happening, gang? And then someone's like, they stabbed Jim. And Fred's like, oh, shit.
And Fred's like, I need to make a trap. Stab me. Yeah. There's rope under me.
Shaggy's just like, zoinks, that's tough, dude. That's crazy.
Oh, man, I'm coming down. Oh, I'm coming down, man.
I don't know, Fred. They like fucking stabbed him.
Hey, Fred, he's got a Glock with a switch, Fred. Holy shit, he's holding it sideways, Fred. It's gonna be great. I think genuinely it would take the Scooby-Doo team 3 days to catch Light, and it would only be because Fred would need 3 days to build a countrywide trap. Yeah. Like if you think like L being like, oh, I built like I made him broadcast this, like so I knew he was in Japan and all this kind of stuff. If you think that was good, wait until you see the 40,000 yards of rope Fred uses to make fucking a trap the size of Kyoto.
Yeah. Honestly, you just get me Fred, get me Velma.
Yeah.
Case is solved.
Yeah.
Case is solved.
Well, because everyone else is just holding them back.
They're dead weight.
Can you imagine the kind of damage Scooby and Shaggy would do in Japan? Like, oh, zoink, Scoob, that's a 7-Eleven. And then they make a sandwich and like nobody would stop them.
Yeah. I love the idea that if it's just Fred and Velma, Fred just turns to her and he's like, who did it? And she's like, Light Yagami. He's like, all right, I'll get cooking on a trap.
Yeah, he's like, okay, all right, I gotta find. They have Home Depot here? Probably not. Yeah. I gotta find something. I'm going to Don Quixote.
So what, you think a weekend?
I say a weekend. A long weekend. Yeah. 3 days.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're just better detectives.
They're just better than
They're literally
elves.
just better.
They simply are.
All right, that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for checking in for this week's episode of Otakus Anonymous. Sorry we didn't have much in the way of anime to talk about, but hey, we still yapped for 2 hours, so that's good
There's
enough
a
for you, right?
samurai movie where they go to Japan.
What?
Maybe we need to watch that.
Can we just do like a binge of all Scooby-Doo material? What movie are we watching? You're like, oh, let's watch a movie. Are we watching Inside Out? Dorothy wants to watch Inside Out with me. We can't do that.
So you see that? I was saying Furiosa, but you've already seen it.
I'll see it.
I'd see it.
I'll watch it.
Let's do it.
We can do Morbius. We can do It's
Sure.
Morbid.
Oh, well, let's do the Marvels. We want to do the Marvels.
Oh, we did want to do the Marvels.
Or Camp Rock.
Dude, can we watch the Marvels for Patreon content?
Sure.
I feel like people wouldn't.
You
complain
wanted
about
to
that.
not do that, though, because you were like, movie time should just be
Movie
fun
time should just be for us. You're right. All right, that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen. We don't really have anything coming up in terms of live events anymore because by the time this is live, we're already done with VidCon. But please go ahead and follow the Anime IRL page if you want to see me and Danny's newest venture together. We're going to be doing challenges, game shows, all that. It's going to be a ton of fun. Me and Danny are putting a lot of time, sweat, and effort into it. So please go ahead and follow that. The link is going to be in our description. We're at 6,500 subs as of me saying this right now. We'd love to be at 10,000 by the time our first video comes out. So please help us hit that goal. I've been NCAmer, also known as Nick Connor. Daniel.
I've been Danny Motta, also known as Dmat on Instagram, and I want to give a very quick, I lost it, where is it, where are you? Surrealism, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Surrealism.
birthday.
It's one closer to death, baby.
Hell
and
yeah.
a lot closer if you come get over here with this pod knife.
That's just, that, you know.
Someone's got to take
Bye.
Goodbye. Mwah.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.